one, clap. Welcome to the AfrOtaku podcast, episode 40, the podcast where we talk about anime, manga, and everything else. I'm Mr. Good Guy, aka MTG, and I'm joined here by my co-host, who will introduce himself starting right now.
Hey, it's Player 5. What's going on? It's Jugga.
What's good? It's Deuce. What up? What up? What up? I am Gramps.
Dope. All right, let's kick it off with a story time. Gramps, take it away.
All right. So this one isn't too crazy. This is something that happened during my latest shift over at while I was working with the fire department. It was ending to be a pretty chill day or whatever. So I had just finished passing a probationary firefighter exam or whatever. So everybody feeling good in the hood and stuff. And so my driver gets a phone call from his wife saying that the dogs somehow slipped out of the house and now they were missing in the fucking neighborhood. Don't ask me how. So these are some little ass hounds. And niggas are instantly suspecting that they probably got chewed up by a couple alligators or whatever because they got a smooth pond right in their backyard that spans multiple houses. So
is that a common thing? Where you at? Is that a common thing over there?
South Carolina?
Yeah.
Niggas definitely, your dog would definitely get ate up by a fucking alligator if it's small enough.
Oh my God, I didn't know it was such a serious problem out there. We got to do something about these alligators.
keep your fucking dog on a leash, nigga. I definitely had a moment when I was living at my previous apartment where I was walking the dog or whatever, and I didn't even peek that was an alligator about 10 feet away from me or whatever. When somebody happened to point it out, I was like, shit, this motherfucker almost grabbed the dog. That nigga was definitely creeping, G.
I'm walking around with a bat. Fuck that.
All right. That motherfucker take the bat from your ass and then be talking about what up.
I wish an alligator would take a bat from my ass. If an alligator take a bat from my ass, bro, I wasn't meant to survive that encounter. That's it.
Like, just picture swinging at an alligator and he swings his head and catches the bat with his mouth.
Like I said, I wasn't meant to survive that encounter if that happened, bro.
But so essentially we hop in the truck and start riding around his neighborhood looking for the dogs. And I guess some people are just extremely sociable with all of their neighbors or whatever, because he's definitely riding to multiple people talking about, the dogs escaped again. And he says again because 3 days before the dogs had escaped the house and they were running around on the loose. I don't know what the hell they got going wrong with their crib, but they got to lock some shit down for these dogs not to be sneaking out that bitch. So he got a couple of neighbors riding around helping look for the dog while we're riding through, trying to squeeze through tight ass neighborhoods in a big ass fire truck. And somebody eventually calls them saying that they think that they might have heard his dogs barking somewhere by the golf course, because niggas do be living in rich nigga neighborhoods. And so we hop out the truck and start walking down the street, walking around the golf course, and he starts hearing some barking, and he was like, "Yeah, that sounds like my dog's barking over there." I'm like, in the back of my head, how the fuck do you know the sound of your own damn dog's bark? Like, I can't even recognize my own dog from the damn dog across the street. But I guess some people got that type of connection, unless it's spirit. Then I recognize that bitch anywhere.
She got a very distinct bark.
Yeah. And every time I hear it, I'm like, this bitch. Here we go. But so we eventually catch up to one of them in the middle of the fucking forest, right by the golf course, just over there chilling or whatever. And I swear to God, I do not know how these motherfuckers happen to have found it, because you would have never seen the damn dog. And so he eventually grabs that one. This is the younger one, and starts to take it over to the neighbor's car. And as we start walking away, the neighbor looks down into the forest where we just left from and saw the other one. And so one of my guys, the other firefighter, he starts to run after the dog. Now he's in his 40s or whatever, and he's chasing this little fat ass dog who's old as hell. And this man is getting dusted.
Yeah. I'm
like, shit, I'm not about to pull out my damn black man shoes and chase after this dog or whatever. So I start running behind the dog, running behind the man too. But I'm seeing that he's not getting any progress. I'm like, fuck it, turn it up a bit. And eventually the dog runs out of gas and just fucking flops down inside the grass or whatever. And we scooped that bitch up, threw it in that neighbor's car too, and got up out that jam. But I'm just sitting there like, gee, if it would have been mine and my dog, yeah, never would have saw her again. Especially with it being a pit bull in a black neighborhood. Oh yeah. So
Shoot, I just wouldn't see my dog again because I'm not going to get that hoe. Fuck you, you gone. You decided to leave, bro. You made that choice. That's all you did.
The question,
zero effort.
The question I got is like,
look, no, I did because
go
ahead. I said I have a similar story because literally last week when we was doing the chapter reviews, that same shit happened to me, bro. Like I was walking out the front door and this dog is following behind me. She just dusted right off that motherfucker. I was chasing her around this neighborhood. Boy, like I can't say what happened because the case is still open, but I'm just kidding. But all I'll say is that I told her very clearly, I'm not going to get that dog ever again.
Damn.
Like if she left, she's gone, bro. Like that's your choice. You made that. I'm not going after you.
Yeah,
you put in way too much effort trying to get this damn dog.
I'm telling you, bro, the amount of effort, and she thought it was funny. She was just laughing at me, ha 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 ha, geeking, dodge. I said, okay, wait till I get you.
I gotta agree with MGG here. Being a person that had to chase around that exact same dog, that dog's a runner, bro. Like halfway while you chasing it, because it'll juke your big ass. Like there's out here that it'll juke you and keep going. Like this is a game where you big serious. Like bro, you in the middle of the street, son. Like
you about to get hit by a car, a whole car. Bro.
It gets you thinking like, why am I chasing this dog?
Exactly. She wants to die. Why am I chasing
It's crazy because it's like, at the time, it's like a gate spirit just sitting there looking, and I'm chasing this little motherfucker. I'm just like, bro, why are you on this with me? Drop my motherfucking phone. I'm like, bro, hey, that dog a runner. You just gotta let it go, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, it did happen to me one time when I was in 4th grade. Let my damn dog out the backyard just to have her wander around while I think there was like a little barbecue that somebody was having. There was another dog that came out of damn train tracks. Random dog came out of nowhere. She fucking dipped off, and they both ran off together. I'm fucking running on the train tracks trying to catch up to them, and they just disappeared. I get to the crib crying and shit. Yeah, fuck that.
That's crazy.
I just wonder how many people would actually fight an alligator for they dog. Like, because if I see my dog in a tussle with an alligator, like, I'm probably going home. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I'm not boxing no alligator.
See, like, this part, like, I think I'm too like novice to this, but I really don't see how I can't beat an alligator with a bat, bro. Like I feel like I feel like these motherfuckers are flat on the motherfucking ground. They can only move in a certain direction. You feel me? Like of all the amphibians that I guess maybe that's where I'm missing out. I don't feel like I don't know enough alligator facts, like the way I know bear facts. Like bear facts
have been known to hit a quick 40-mile-an-hour sprint, bro.
Stop it. 40?
Oh God, bro.
Like, so you're not running away from that nigga no way.
We got the internet right here, bro.
So you're not running away from him no way.
No, I mean they not gonna long distance you, but like if you in a 5-foot radius, bro, like you gonna get got, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? That's their kill range. Like, oh, you're up on me. Like, nigga, alligators been around for 40 million years, dog. They good at killing.
Okay, I just Googled alligators can get up to 20 max in the water. So
that alligator soft, bro.
That's what's up.
They top out at 11 miles per hour on land.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, we dropping that motherfucker, bro.
But,
Give me a
it's different. No, but it's different if it's a crocodile. You better fucking sprint full speed.
Yeah, I'm not playing with crocodiles, but I think alligators are the smaller cousin to crocodiles, right? That's where I'm coming from with it. So yeah, I'm definitely not saying that for crocodiles. Them motherfuckers is big. I'm good.
Like, how do you tell the difference between an alligator and a baby crocodile? You know what I'm saying? Like, or like a baby crocodile and an alligator. Because that's always been my thing. I don't know the difference. So I just treat alligators and crocodiles like they the same thing. You feel me? Because I'm not about to be a nigga like, oh, crikey, that's actually an alligator. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
No, nigga, like whatever a crocodile can do for all intents and purposes, that alligator can do that shit to me too.
Nah, from what I've seen,
an alligator
we
would not
only
be able to attack you in the water, bro. But how small I've seen them out here.
We only eat one of them niggas. That's all I'm saying.
Big facts.
We don't eat the other one, so niggas know not to play with that other one.
Niggas on the crocodiles?
Who's eating crocodiles out here?
I feel like niggas in the South eat that shit too.
They eat alligators, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
I only ever heard I only ever heard alligator meat, bro. I ain't never heard niggas say, I got that crocodile meat.
It's probably like too like tough. Crocodile meat. Cause the alligator tastes like chicken. For real.
I ain't had alligator yet. That's on my list.
It make you feel powerful, bro.
Do it?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's because you're associated with crocodiles. I feel like it's because you're associated with crocodiles now. So, but before, now knowing this, that they're not that great, will you still feel the same when you eat the alligator? That's the question.
I mean, to this day, what's that mean? Where it's like, to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Can't no nigga not tell me, bro, I'm not eating a crocodile. You can show me alligator smaller, woo. I'm not about to put in the mental, ability to separate the two. Them shit's the same to me, no matter what. Right. So I'm eating crocodile, bro. Can't no nigga tell me no other thing.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When I first moved down there, and I was telling niggas about the alligators or whatever, they were like, bro, you all good, man. Because as soon as you walk up to them, they're going to turn off and run into the water. I'm like, I ain't finna test that fucking theory. Y'all can have y'all can have fun with that shit, bro. I ain't walking up on no fucking alligator. Folks be out here tripping, G.
Bro, I'm definitely looking at the difference between these motherfuckers. Yeet. My God, these things a crocodile so much bigger than now.
Yes, it is. Most definitely. And if you come out here to South Carolina, you will see signs all over the place every time there's a pond saying "Don't feed the alligators," because niggas be out here stupid as hell.
That's what I'm saying. Who's out here feeding the damn alligators?
Like, wait, what?
Bro,
I ain't gonna lie, that's some shit I would do like 100. I would try and sneaky feed one alligator until that nigga get like 50 feet long, bro, and just get the terror.
50 feet?
Why?
That nigga's steroids, bro.
You trying to be like Rampage? You seen the Rock movie where they remade Rampage?
Oh,
yeah, that's what you're trying to do.
This nigga out here trying to make the beast from Sandlot.
I never watched Sandlot. Don't get that reference.
No, that's silly. I don't get that. You crazy.
Yeah. All right. Is that the story time?
Yeah, that's story time.
All right. On to some decent news. I guess in Black Women's excellence, we got Megan Thee Stallion and this Crunchyroll collab. Gramps, you want to kick that off?
Yeah. So I guess I don't know how many of you guys saw a couple posts that Megan Thee Stallion has been making with, like, I guess anime themes or relations to them or whatever. Like, for example, she had one picture where I think she was in like a bikini or some shit, and she had the homie Sasuke right behind her.
Yeah, so
as if they were on some relationship type shit. So she's, essentially been flaunting that she's, she fucks with anime hard, and now Crunchyroll fucking with her hard by trying to start this clothing line with her to see how it pans out. So, like I was telling my lady, it's time for y'all girls to start getting y'all hot anime girl summers on. So go ahead.
I mean, shit, I'm here for it. Like I said, I mean, if Megan Thee Stallion's designing it, you already know it's gonna have some women out here looking decent. I'll just put that for lack of a better word. So, I mean, I'm here for it. Like, and plus, it's dope to do it. I'm not gonna do that to her. I'm not going check her anime credentials like people like to do. I'm gonna assume that she's a fan and just leave it at that. And then she'll show me if she's not. All I know is I hope it's better. Like I said earlier, I hope it's better than the Michael B. Jordan Naruto collab, bro, because that shit was trash. That was just thrown together. Niggas ain't even really think about it. I'm like, if y'all really thought about it, y'all really could turn it into some dope shit. So I hope they work better on this than they worked on that.
Facts. But I mean, like she has been, at least like Megan specifically. I mean, I have seen like a decent amount of stuff with her, like anime related. I think she did the Todoroki cosplay not too far back.
Yeah, she did.
That looked pretty decent. And then reading the article here, and she even like gave shout out to some of the animes like in her tracks. I mean, I'm not saying which one because I don't personally know, but I mean, it looks like she's at least about like some of the basic stuff, which is what's up. So I just see this as another possibility for the connect to the African American community with anime manga. So I'm always down for that.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, she's super thick, so I'm down with it.
Automatic plus on inside.
Yeah.
Dude, you got a comment on it, or are you good?
All right.
No, I'm good. Y'all hit on everything,
All right. Next in Black Woman Excellence is we got a Black Batwoman coming to I guess play Batwoman. I think that's the name of the TV show. I am going to say this so fucking wrong. Javicia Leslie. She is a bisexual Black actress, and she is going to be playing the lesbian Batwoman, who is replacing Kate Kane. I think she was the person who was in it before. I don't know why she left. I honestly don't care. I wasn't following Batwoman before. But I might be watching it now because she looking fire. So yeah.
It was Ruby Rose who was the actress. Kate Kane is the role. Kate Kane.
That's the character.
Yep, I read that wrong. My bad. Ruby Rose was the actress. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the correction.
No problem. Shit. I mean, I always thought Ruby Rose was kind of cute when she tried. But this girl looked kind of cute. So I mean, the Batwoman franchise, I seen like the pilot episode. It was kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie. So let's see what happens. Shit, I didn't even know they finished the whole season, bro. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a positive. I'm gonna watch it, see what it's looking like, but they not getting the Black Panther treatment. If it's trash, I ain't watching it.
Hey man, I still fuck with Black Lightning. So my thing is, look, if you put a black face in there, you at least gonna get me to sit through a whole episode, and then from there, it's up to you to whether or not that shit be good. Because I gave Titans a chance off that too, and that shit was not good.
Mm-hmm.
At least the first season was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a wait and see kind of thing. I kind of got out of like the, at least like me personally, I haven't been watching too much of the, like, I guess you can call it like live action, like superhero shows after like, I don't know, I kind of dropped off like the CW network as far as, Arrow, Flash, Alliance. I mean, not the Alliance, what's it called?
Ends it up tomorrow.
Thank you. But I haven't really been in that scene for a minute. But since another black face, maybe I'll check it out. But she's definitely cute, and hopefully she can live up to the Bat family name. So definitely excited for it.
I'll probably just wait until it hits Netflix. And then watch it, because it probably won't be until like 2022 anyway. Can they even film now? I don't know.
Yeah, they're starting to open back up now. I think a lot of, at least the California studios rolled out a plan a few weeks back of starting to get back to filming.
But yeah, I think the original lady, I think, left because of like mental health issues or something like that. I could be wrong, but that's what I thought. I read a while back.
Well, shout out to her. Good job taking care of your mental health then. I didn't know it was for that reason.
Okay.
All right. Well, that wraps that part up. On to some more anime news. We got Baki versus Kegen Ashura crossover. I don't know if we have a date yet on when this is gonna be released. I'm not seeing it. Oh, nope. Yeah, I don't see it. So the second part of Kegen Ashura is coming October 31st, but apparently this crossover is gonna happen at some point. I think pretty much the thing I'm the most hype about, Baki season 3 was kind of trash to me, so I'm not hyped to see Baki, but I am hyped to see Ohama in the Baki world because I hate the art style of Kegen Ashura. So I think at least if they draw him in the Baki art style and they're fighting in that 2D fighting space, it's gonna be the Kegen Ashura I always wanted. If not, then I mean it's just gonna be it is what it is. What are your guys' thoughts?
Bro, you hate that art style with a passion, huh?
Yeah, I really do.
He really does. So did they say it's gonna be the Baki art style, or they just haven't said anything?
The way the art is drawn right here, it looks like it's Baki art style.
Well, I mean, based on the article, I'm not sure if there's like some other support here, but based on this article alone, I think they just did it just to promote both of their series individually, because there's technically no talk about like an actual crossover anime episode or series. This is more just to say, yo, we're both on Netflix. Yo, got some fighters. That's what I think is pretty much saying right here. But if they do end up doing it, though, I think that would definitely be lit. Granted, in my opinion, I don't see how, at least just watching the anime, how Ashura, I mean, not Ashura, Itagaki is going to really go. I mean, not Itagaki, fuck. Cannot get homie's name. My bad. But anyways, the Ashura MC, I don't see him beating Baki. I mean, like,
I'm talking about Takeda Oma.
Thank you, Oma.
Yep.
Could not think of it, but thank you. I don't see how Oma's like touching Baki, at least like in the actual ring. And,
I don't see it either.
But I hear that homie gets like way OP in the manga, so hopefully after a few more seasons we can see him like truly grow to get up to Baki stats. But I still
he won't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
What?
Short answer, no, he doesn't. He's not Baki level at all. No way.
Who?
But the Ohama or Oma from
Tokito Oma, yeah, that's right.
You mean from Kengan
the main
Ashura?
character? Yeah.
I think
he doesn't.
Isn't he stronger than Baki?
I don't think so.
And
I
he
don't
can
feel like
activate a certain,
he got power,
he can
bro.
activate a certain mode of his where he gets stronger and faster. But
Yeah.
not
No,
Baki
I
bad.
think the scale. I think the scale of Kengan Ashura's world is definitely lower than Baki's. Like the feats that they hype niggas up for doing there versus the feats that they hype niggas up for doing in Baki, at least from my remembrance, is definitely larger in Baki and smaller in Kengan Ashura. That's just my thought. I mean, dude's like basically an army, my guy. Like, I felt like Baki's dad is like, taking on militaries and shit like that. I don't know if anybody in Kengan Ashura is really doing it like that.
Yeah, they didn't get that high. Like they're definitely, like super quote unquote a little bit natural than like I guess superhuman, if you would. But like Baki's practically like, I mean, they're like touching on like that kind of like God potential. You know what I mean? As far as the series go. So I just don't see, I mean, as MGG said, like the scales are just like maybe one step, maximum 2 steps off, but they're just not on the same plane right now. So
yeah,
maybe,
I knew it was going to be a clear difference between the two as soon as I saw what's his name, Olivier, black dude from Baki.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that nigga take a shotgun, I was like, yep, this is on another level.
That nigga was like eating shotgun blast, bro. And then like Baki's gonna have to eventually fight that guy, so that's why I also just go like, no, they're not close.
Exactly.
That's the unfair part of it, but it would just be dope to see those characters kind of come to that universe. It's just like it would just be another Rai Tai tournament. That's the way I see that shit, bro.
Damn, actually, F around.
A lot of them niggas might get curb stomped. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. And then I guess last piece of anime news for Cut the Check. HBO Max is adding a few more animes to the docket. Tower of God, Death Note, and Hunter x Hunter. I mean, it's just in accordance with their whole Crunchyroll crossover thingy thing here. The news isn't really that. I think the news is more just like, we're getting more animes brought over to these like more accessible video streaming platforms like HBO Max, Netflix, and Hulu. I just want to get the group's thoughts on like how you feel about that. Like, do you think at this point is going to get to a point where it does actually kind of replace where the selection is big enough where you don't have to rely on a Crunchyroll as much or some of these other sites to get your daily fix or weekly fix or whatever, seasonal fix, however you watch your anime?
I'm wondering who the hell is watching these other streaming platforms like HBO Max and shit.
I have it on my Hulu, but like my thing about HBO Max, the thing I dislike about it is like they really tried hard to sell it like it was something new. and it's not. It's literally just like a reskin of what the HBO add-on was. Anyways, like I got like a couple of new shows. Yeah. Like, so I don't really care about it. Like, it didn't change anything in my life that it rolled out. And I also don't really enjoy watching anime on Hulu anyways. It's like kind of my last ditch. I feel like Netflix makes it the most accessible to me because it'll get me, at least with the trailers, it can get me semi-interested in anime I probably never would have picked up. Like, I gave Beastars a shot. I don't think I would have ever gave that show a fucking shot. No.
If it wasn't on Netflix, yeah, I wouldn't have.
Wow.
No, that shit was weird. I like, when I say I hated it or it was bad, no, I wouldn't go that far. I would just say, like, it just wasn't for me. Like, I was very confused. Yeah. And then I tried watching the other furry one that they just dropped, B&A or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, wait, yo, B&A, have you gave it a chance? B&A is actually pretty decent.
I tried the first episode, but I was in and out. So I guess if you're saying it's good, I'll try to stick with it for more. But
it's they released, I want to say they released like 6 eps, maybe like some months ago, almost like a teaser for when it's planning to come out. I want to say later this year, like latest early winter season or spring season of 2021. But in any case, it's by what studio is that? The same studio who made Kill la Kill. And kind of has like that same art style, but it's like it's like that weird, fun, kind of like rambunctious and like quirky style of anime with like some pretty decent hands too when they get into the fights. So it gave me like that Kill la Kill vibes, and I just like a Kill la Kill fan. So I think this actually should be pretty decent. But I don't think all the eps are out yet, if I'm right.
Gotcha.
But real quick, MGG, you said you just don't like watching shit on Crunchyroll in general?
No, I enjoy Crunchyroll. The problem with Crunchyroll, at least for my experience, is that I always have to Chromecast Crunchyroll, and they have almost the worst Chromecast experience I've ever experienced as far as other stuff. Yeah, it's trash on my Chromecast. Like, when I Chromecast, I usually can get through the first episode just fine. Then it starts like doing this weird disconnect thing where like if it like doesn't interact with my phone. So like I'll have it open on my phone and I'll try to like fast forward like 10 seconds, or pause, and there's like this delay or extra shit happens. So that's what makes it inconvenient for me. And then also the fact that like with as popular as anime is, I wish we had a better way of like dubbing things quickly, especially like the popular shows. I like subbed, but as far as like getting through it, picking it up faster and getting through it faster, dub makes it way easier. Because like Tower of God, it's like I have to literally pause my life, put it on, watch the episode. Like, you feel me? I can't just like kind of put it on in the background and still get the same information.
So you niggas finally came to this side, huh?
We've had that. I've succeeded that point in the argument multiple times.
No, yeah, we always.
But I still enjoy sub better. It's just I don't have the time to really just sit there and process it for a day, like to get through a whole anime in a day and like not do anything else.
Dubbed is superior.
Yeah, I mean, as far as picking it up and getting through it, I totally agree with that. So that's at least the thing that I like about Hulu is that most of the times like they'll have a good amount of dubs there, but Netflix right now is doing it the best because at least in most cases I'm guaranteed a dub if Netflix is showing it to me, and they do a good way of presenting it to me so that I can like start it. Like actually jump started. I can sit there, watch the trailer, get intrigued, and go like, okay, now I want to watch this. Where the other ones, it's like I don't even know their catalogs half the time. You feel me? Of anime, it's kind of like I stumble upon it. Hulu will suggest me stuff, but you can tell like the Hulu anime suggestions aren't really based off of what anime you like in particular. It's just based off the fact that you like anime. Yeah, they just send you shit, and I'm like, I might have watched one isekai. And they're just like, yep, you're an isekai fan now. I'm like, no. I've only watched one of these motherfucking shows, bro. I don't need to see every single isekai that you guys have on here.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Netflix's trailer thing they do is ahead of the game. And everybody need to do that. Like, shit, Pornhub started it. Yeah. But I think just like as a nigga that branches into like, you know, romantic comedies and shit like that, I can just say that right now, for me, it's not even comparable. Because like the amount of shit I can find on something like Kiss Anime or Crunchyroll or Funimation is like 1,000 times more than what I could find on Netflix. Like now when it comes to like, you know, the shonens, the main shits, it's equal. And most of the time I will watch it on like Netflix or Hulu just because like, I think they stream it easier. I don't have to worry about buffering as much. Right. But if it's something like, you know, one of them random ass animes you find yourself watching, they just don't got the depth.
Yeah, it's not there yet. I mean, the one plus is that, you know, as we've been seeing, it's been you know, slowly getting more anime on like the, you know, mainstreaming services, and you know, you want to believe that maybe one day it'll get there, but I think that until like, you know, the whole licensing and then, you know, proper money distributions like, you know, get settled, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? I mean, we're talking about literally thousands of anime that's been created over the years. And I would be surprised if any mainstreaming service gets to that point simply because of the quantity alone, no matter how you look at it. Like it would have to be a mainstreaming device that gets created with all these main anime and somehow, you know, works out that deal to make it truly happen legit. And it's just hard to see that happen until it really happens, because it's like, you know, it's been questionable for how many years now. So it's like, you know, it's hard to be helpful / even look for the future, even with these baby kind of incremental additions for, you know, the most popular and like standard anime that's really been hot these days. So, I mean, it's good, but at the same time, I'm still not, you know, hopeful that it's going to get to that Kiss Anime point, to use an example, because we're talking about like a redonkulous library of anime.
Yep. Any other comments on the anime world?
Nope.
All right. If not, just let's jump right into Cut the Check. Gramps, take it away.
All right. So for this product that we have this time, it's called the Groove Belt. If you were to watch the video that kind of introduces it, I think you would enjoy it, because I guess the guy tries to put on a bit of a comedic spin to it and everything. But for me, I would say it's more of a belt that's going to give you a lot more convenience and make you feel like you don't really have to throw that shit away every now and then, just because of, you know, like random cuts or it gets like warped and all that shit over time. So this Groove Belt, it's essentially, if you were to, how should I say it? You put it through the loop, and every time you want to take the belt on and put the belt on and take it off, you just clip on this latch that kind of locks it in place, instead of having to deal with the whole, all right, can I get it to get to the third hole this time, or am I feeling fat today? That type of thing. Now you just click it in place and you're good to go. So I definitely fuck with the idea of everything that it brings to the table. You know, the biggest thing that it always comes down to is the price. And that's where you get the biggest turnoff from it. So from what I'm seeing on it, the lowest price, which is called like Give Me a Pint, one belt, for the second best price, $32. Another version with their, they have a ring that they also had started selling at some points. So if you buy the belt with their ring, it's $55. One with their watch band, $55. Two of them would be $63. Three of them, $93. Four of them for $122. And that's just the biggest part. The biggest downfall for it is the price. But everything else, I would say, is much better than any other belt I've ever had to deal with. What are you guys' opinions on it?
I see that also for these prices, it looked like it's a quote unquote sale price. So I don't know if they're planning on going into the market at $50 for a belt. But if so, I would say that like it needs way more style, because at least personally, I could wear something like this if it's cheap enough for like day-to-day stuff. But my thing is, I would never wear this for like a formal event. Like if I was in a suit, where most times you need a belt, you would I would never wear this. So because it just doesn't look like uppity enough for it. So my thing is the case where I probably would need it the most, which is in a formal setting, and this might be a value because I could keep reusing it and it's durable and it lasts long, is the one case where I wouldn't even wear it. So I pass on it, to be honest. Like if it was $10, I'd probably pick one up and use it every once in a while. Other than that, nah, pass.
My thoughts on it are I like it, and it seems super useful for me, because I probably wear a belt every time I wear pants. But 60, once something hit past about $50, I start thinking about it. And like I would drop 30 on this. No, if this was 30, I wouldn't even contemplate it. Maybe 40, I'll just like, okay, this kind of cool. I'll pick it up. But like, ooh, 60? There's no way, like, because I'm looking what's in it. It's a magnet. I know that magnet not $60 worth of magnet. It's only a magnet. That's a $2 magnet. You feel me?
Right.
A $2 magnet, a little bit of plastic, and a regular belt, and they throwing 60 on it. I don't know if I got it.
And it's like, how often do you even replace your regular belts? Like, I'm buying cheap belts every once in a while. You feel me? Like, maybe you buy it more because you're saying you're using it every day. But I'm like, for $60, I'm like, I'm buying.
I use my belt every day, and I haven't replaced it in like 2 years.
See? So it's like, it's not even worth the 60 value if that's the case.
It did. Like, I know neodymium magnets weaken with time. So it's like, this will not last you forever.
That's the biggest thing I'm thinking about, too. Like, if the wear and tear was, like, literally nothing, and they could, like, say with pretty much, like, strong confidence that this is, you'll never need to buy another belt for like at a minimum like 10 years, like just to give you like a starter, close to maybe like even a lifetime, that'd be a different story. I could definitely see it because I personally do wear a belt every day when going to work, with pants, etc. And like if I could, like this would be pretty much like a functioning working belt where I could be like, oh, okay, if I buy this and then I'm wearing it comfortably, and you can't like at least notice like any kind of wear and tear until that 10 years. For $60, I'd actually be about that, to be honest. But it's still questionable how strong these magnets really are, because like for everything I get clip related, even after like a year, like my own body is like pressuring them snaps, like it's pressuring how strong you can really keep that itch together, if you know what I mean. So it's a little, I don't know. I would have to see some proof for like how long they can really last before I really start to think about it.
But is it $32 and not 60?
Wait, what?
My bad. I was just saying, if y'all scroll down, it looked like they got pledge levels or something. Like you get a.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can get it for 32. It looked like so. That ain't bad.
Oh,
but do they even cover all the sizes though? I see 2X at the max.
I mean, but that's 60 inches. Like I'm not even at 60 inches. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's a big belt.
Okay.
So I feel like, past 60 inches, you probably, going to big and talls anyway for your shit anyway. So
right.
True that.
Facts.
Those are the god tier big niggas out there, bro.
Niggas, I gotta check my big nigga card too.
The 600-pound life niggas out here, bro, chilling.
So I mean, if they doing 2 for 63, I cop that. And then like this is what I like the interchangeable joints. How you can like have a wood. Like I think that's clean. The wood look panel, that's super clean to me.
Yeah, that's the thing that drew me in. I pictured like having like some type of crazy designs right there at the spot where you can change it out to make any color. If you want to have like some type of anime style, if you want to have some type of fucking just flame designs in there or some shit.
It's like easy interchangeable like that. That'd be pretty decent.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, my belt covered, to be honest. So like,
that's why it doesn't make a difference to me. I think they look cool. Like I like the design, but like you said, I don't walk around showing my belt like anyway.
But what about formal events? That's where I go. Like that's where the red flag is for me. It's like with formal events, that's part of the suit almost, right? Like if you don't wear a suit jacket, you showing your.
You can wear like
so it's like
the black.
Would you wear
the black one? Yeah, you can wear the black one Obviously not like the wooden joints, but the black one with the black like plate. I think you can wear that.
Hey, y'all tripping. I'll definitely wear this at a formal event. The wooden joint, bro. Hell yeah, I come through clean as hell. That'll be.
I just feel like
with the walnut.
Yeah.
It depends where you at.
Yeah, I feel like the texture on the strap is what's putting me off to it. Like maybe the front part, but like I just feel like I've never seen anybody wear to like a formal event that kind of texture. Like I've seen those belts before, right? Like that where it has that type of fabric for the actual belt. But like I've never seen anybody wear it at a formal event. I mean, like niggas could change it around, sure, but like I wouldn't want to be the nigga to do it.
I mean, I don't know if you wear it to like a dress down like ball or something where like people gotta wear tuxedos. Right. But you can wear like a suit. You can wear like a suit with this, or like a blazer or something. So you can wear it to your wedding.
No, I won't.
I feel like this is the same material that niggas make suspenders out of. So in theory, if a suspender could rock with it, you should be okay with a belt doing it. But I also get what you're saying is like, do I want to be the nigga everybody come in with their leather belts that I got on my stretchy Velcro joint? You know like
everything else got to be clean. Like you got to be like everything else got to be on point. So you
you really have to make it work.
So like imagine if you had like fucking cufflinks that were walnut or like light cherry too, bro, that'd be clean. Like if I got the cufflinks and like pins to match, it's over. I'll rock that any day.
You make a good point there.
And F around, even with the basic standard, I mean, if you rock with black's just that, like natural, what do you want to call it? Like the camouflage color, right? So, I mean, it's not going to like draw too much attention, at least the belt itself, if you get the black one.
Fair.
Shit, but I like to stand out walking that motherfucker with that green joint.
That green one clean.
Green on an all white suit. All I'm saying is I don't think I will buy this unless somehow I found a place where I could get like cherry or walnut colored like accents to my suit as well, like the buttons or like the fucking cufflinks or something, or the collar pins. If I could get that to match with it, it's over, bro. I'll rock this today. I don't think I'm gonna find some fucking walnut fucking cufflinks, so it's dead for me.
They're probably out there though. Walnut cufflinks, walnut wood cufflinks. They're out there.
Do that. Oh, you got a business idea.
Right? Billions on the table.
Billions on the table.
Yep, they got them. I just looked them up. They exist. Bingo bongo.
He said he's about to copy his shit right now.
Shit, I might have to.
He already in the checkout.
Right.
I might have to crash a certain somebody wedding just so I can pop out. You know what I'm saying? Check me, bro. Just had to show y'all was clean, bro. All right.
So from a high level from the group though, what's the purchase thing on there? Is this a buy or a no? For like just one by one?
I'm gonna say no. For the price.
I'm passing on the price.
I'm passing on the.
How much does the belt usually cost?
I get mine for Burlington, bro. So
I mean, I don't know. I haven't bought a bike belt in like years.
That's what I'm saying.
Over $15 for a belt.
Yeah, I think my shit costs 10 at most, but they all turn into crap quality.
Oh yeah.
It's a no for me, but I understand people that might want to. I mean, niggas pay hundreds of dollars for like a Hermes belt, so shit. What's 32?
Yeah. It's a no for me, mainly because 90% of the time I'm wearing a belt, you can't see the buckle anyway. And I need very specific occasion to have my belt buckle showing, and like, for what? It's not me. It's not usually my style. So I'm good.
For me, it's a no, but it's close. Like maybe if it was literally, okay, so if we're saying like the unit price for belt is like what, 63, right? So I could literally see myself getting it even if it was 53 again with that guarantee that like these magnets like don't play games. So I mean that's like the only thing that I'm questionable about. But if this belt can like guarantee me for like 10 years that I won't need to get like another belt, then that would be enough for me to pay 53. In all honesty.
Wow. All right. Well, that's it for Cut the Check. Let's move on to the anime segment. And we're kicking it off with another Stronger Than. This one was suggested by one of our fans on the Facebook group. Shout out to Patrick. We're going to do bigger badasses than Kenpachi. So what does this mean? If you don't know Kenpachi from Bleach, I'm not going to take that much time explaining it to you, but he was this berserker, blood knight, badass that just wanted to fight all the time. We're just shouting out some names that are in a similar vein, but more badass. So throw them out there.
I guess I'll go and start out with Marileona. She literally is just like Kenpachi in that, like, you rarely see her lose. She might lose to the main character. Like, literally, she got knocked out standing straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's some Kenpachi ass shit to do. Like, yeah, you knocked me out, but you ain't knocked me down type shit. Like, just refusing to lose type shit. So, like, I gotta say Marileona. It better, if not equal. It's hard to top Kenpachi, but yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give it to the One Piece cold mother effer Shanks. I mean, ever since, like, first off, he was like a legend ever since, like, you know, the series began and we first got the backstory with Luffy, finds out he's a Yonko doing some old gangster low-key ish you have no idea about. And then you come to find out when he just rolls up to the Whitebeard versus Marineford war that his presence alone makes everybody just stop. I mean, like, granted, we have never really seen him like fight, but like that clout just like screams monster. Like, it can't be ignored. It's been like forever talked about, like, in the anime community ever since then. So many theories built upon it. I mean, you just can't get more cold than this kid, not to mention the actual clout that we did see when he was like low-key speaking to the higher ups of the Marine Elders. So I mean, this mother effer is doing some old gangsta-ish that we don't even have no idea about, and he definitely gets respect from everybody who knows his name. So I just can't ignore that. So it's right above Kenpachi, maybe not a lot, but gotta give it to him.
All right, I guess I'll go. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw Pride in there because the nigga. So I've only watched the anime, but from what I've seen within the anime, this nigga seems like he's virtually unbeatable. The man walks into.
That's accurate.
What are you about to say? The man walks into the scene, pities everybody, and just says, "All right, if anybody want to run up, just raise your hand, and I'll fucking take your life out in one hit."
Just raise your hand.
And like, I like how he allows anybody to try to use their most powerful moves on him because he feels 100% confident that it won't do shit to him.
True.
So he just breathes badass. Run up.
He don't.
This man said, "Let's play Smack Hand. You go first. You gotta be ready for mine, bro. You gotta be ready for mine." This man smacked him. Galen smacked him. He said, "All right, bet, my turn." Galen was like, "Oh." That nigga the straight stone, bro. He was over with, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
So
go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to give it to someone from like one of the more well-known anime, but then I saw Sinbad on this list, and I just had to give it to him. Like that, like he was like a perfect, like
the king of Who Wants to Smoke, bro. Anybody can get it.
Like every time, he always ready, every single time, whenever. I mean, they even called him like they say he's a person that doesn't happen. Like, he shouldn't even exist. Is what these niggas said. Like he is that nigga. So I don't even like.
When the author goes like, "Oops," that'd be the funniest part about Sinbad. The author
created this character.
Yeah, the storyline basically goes like, so there's the main character, and then there's like the villain, but then there's like this other nigga that like I just can't explain him, but like just watch out for that nigga. Like that's how it was. Like, cause that's the same trope that like Kenpachi has too. It's kind of like there was like that whole Bleach War thing, and it was like you got to watch out for Aizen, you got to watch out for Ichigo. But also, there's that nigga Kenpachi, bro. We can't quantify him, but we know he'll fuck some shit up if you let him go wild. You know what I'm saying? And Sinbad is just like exactly that. Yeah, I feel you on that. I would say, because I was basically waiting to go last because I wanted to do Sinbad if nobody else is gonna say it. But since you say it, I gotta go to my boy Levi. Basically another person who, I mean, later gets explained by the story, but is just another who wants to smoke type of nigga, bro. It don't matter who it is, where it is, when it is. If you fucking with the squad, Levi's fucking you up, bro. And it didn't matter. Like that shit that he pulled out on Annie, the shit that like spoiler alert for the Attack on Titan non-manga readers, the bullshit that he ran that motherfucking Beast Titans fade. Like, come on, man. Levi wasn't playing no games with nobody. I felt like every scene I saw him in, I was just like, yo, this nigga's dope.
That's true.
Fucks one of heaven.
That's true.
Before we get into the floppers, let's talk about some honorable mentions too. I just wanted to shout out a few. King from One Punch Man. Definitely not better than Kenpachi, but another funny ass badass to me. And Black Star I'll put out there too.
I'm gonna throw out Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist, just because the nigga is definitely swole as hell. And I ain't gonna lie, I always slept on his ass until he fought that
Lust.
Yeah, until he fought Lust, and then I was like, shit, that nigga swole as hell. That nigga's way too swole for this fucking show. So I wanted to throw hella respect on this man's name.
Hey, what's my man's name from Seven Deadly Sins, big homie?
Oh, that was Pride. We already hit him.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Pride from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, no.
He was talking about Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, okay.
Bro, fuck Pride from Full Metal Alchemist.
That's the only Pride I respect. Only Pride I respect.
Really? It's trash.
Wow. Really? I mean, you don't even give it to Wrath? I mean, like, Wrath makes more sense from Seven Deadly. I mean, that's Seven Deadly.
But you know, I don't watch Full Metal Alchemist. I'm an old school Full Metal Alchemist. That ain't got nothing to do with the manga ass nigga. You know, that's me.
Wow. Yeah. But speaking of that, he is an honorable mention though. Wrath from Brotherhood is definitely an honorable mention. What he did to that tank was crazy, bro. That shit was
Thor's. I gotta put Thor's from Vinland Saga, honorable mention. He another I'm a die standing ass nigga. You know, any nigga that can die standing can go ahead and get on that list.
Dang, so
Whitebeard on that bitch, then.
Yeah, Whitebeard, welcome to the club. Yeah, I put Zebra on there from Toriko as well. He was dope.
F around. I'm gonna give it to Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, for the simple reason that this mother effer told people what they were gonna say right before they said it, and they were still surprised when he said it. Like, you don't get more gangster to that to me. You just be like, now you gonna be like, why did my plan fail? Why did my plan just fail? Oh wait, what? It's like, what?
That's when you knew it was a wrap. At that moment, he knew he fucked up. It's over with. All right. Any more honorable mentions?
Nah.
All right. On to the floppers. I'm just going to have to say his name, bro. Rock Lee. You trash, bro. Another dropping badass, bro. We expected a lot. I felt like he should have been the Kenpachi of the Naruto world. Every time he comes in, you get hype. And it was like that in most of his fights, right? He shows up, you get hype, but it just fails at the end, bro. The Drunken Style Rock Lee was dope, but then you had to get your ass saved. You hear the music switch up, and you know, oh, this nigga not winning this shit, bro. You need some help. Yeah. So, yeah, Rock Lee's mine.
I gotta put Genos out there. Genos is stuck in the world of being a forever Rock Lee. Like, Genos fights be looking hard. You be like, damn, bro. I show niggas Genos fights before I show a nigga a One Punch Man fight. And then be like, but, you know, to be fair, he about to get dropped at the end of this stuff.
It is actually pretty sad, though, Key, when you think about
Horribly dropped at the end of it, bro.
Be fucking mangled. Like, did we win?
It's like, you so lucky you a robot, bro. You would have been done in the first half.
That's true. so sad too. Fuck. The kid's a monster, but it's like he ain't about fighting monsters. It's kind of sad. And when you mentioned Rock Lee, I mean, I immediately just like correlate that with Shino, because again, like the hype was real. Like when Naruto first started, the couple battles you saw against what's his face, Puppet Kankuro and effing Sound Buddy. Yo, when he went up against Sound Buddy, saying, bro, I already got you on lock, don't even try. That battle was monstrous. Like, people don't give it enough hype to what it was. But as soon as, like, the Chunin exams were over, that was it. That was pretty much all we saw of this, like, effing monstrous potential character. And then it was just like a slow decline and just straight up, he no longer really exists as far as being relevant. So it's sad, but I got to put Shino on that list.
I almost got to give my nigga Jug an MVP for that, because niggas really don't be respecting Shino, bro. I be having to really tell niggas about this nigga like Shino really was the man. He was going to take the Chunin exam, bro. Like, they hold my man, but another topic for another day.
Yeah.
He was up there.
He was.
Any other floppers we want to throw out there?
I got one more I'm gonna add to the list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add this nigga Endeavor to that bitch.
Yes, preach, nigga.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
This nigga built up so much fucking hype throughout the show, up until the point where he got his ass straight dropped by that fucking Nomu, man. That was the biggest disappointment that I ever seen from hell, out of most of the characters that I've seen throughout all of anime and manga. That shit was painful. That nigga flopped hard to become the #1 hero. You're supposed to be the swollest motherfucker basically out there, and your ass getting worked by somebody that's not even top tier enemy. So, yeah, big ass flopper right there.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, bro. Like, how this nigga getting his ass whooped in 2 different mangas at the same time?
So he getting his ass beaten Vigilante?
Yeah, that nigga get whooped twice, nigga. And the thing is, like, them niggas communicate. So I feel like Horikoshi was like, bro, I don't care what you do in Endeavor. He just got to get his ass whooped. That cool?
Yeah.
Right.
Drag his ass.
Drag that nigga. We good.
That's funny as hell. Told him drag his ass, bro. That's funny. Deuce, you had one? If not,
only one I can think of is probably Neji. You know, like, niggas hype him up, but he always been garbage.
What?
So
Stop
that's really
it.
about it.
If you entered the circle, bro, it was over with.
He's dead.
What?
He's dead.
First of all, we can't do that to Neji, bro. I can't let you respect Neji like that, bro.
He is not alive. He is dead.
That's I can't let you do that to Neji, bro. All I'm saying is, there was only one move niggas was doing when they was little, bro, and that's that A trigram 64 palms, bro. If you ain't never tried that on your friend, you lying, bro. You're lying.
If you ain't never tried that on the little cousin and knocked their ass out, you lying.
Right?
That's cool. The nigga's dead, though. That's all that matters.
You can't tell me it wasn't badass to see Neji fight a nigga, and then once you saw that circle pop up under them, he was like, it's a wrap.
I mean, seeing Rocky drop those weights was badass too, but he's still on the list.
My thing is, I felt like with Neji, it at least was like he got his redemption behind the Naruto L. And I still think it was a significant, he still dragged Naruto pretty well to where I was like, okay, you didn't get totally disrespected. And then after that, he at least got a dub. Rock Lee was just like no dubs consistently. It was drop weights, losing that same battle. You feel me?
At least Neji beat that sound ninja. Like,
right.
He got at least one dub. Nigga.
One? Nigga, I came with one dub.
Damn. This might be a debate for real then. Of the team.
So we just gonna forget about Hinata too? I mean, it was cold blood, but he did slap her around.
Yeah. Big facts. Beat her.
Nigga, he a woman beater, bro. He a fucking abuser. That's domestic abuse.
I'm done.
Wow.
I'm done.
I mean, y'all got to recall what topic this is. This is a bigger badass than Kenpachi. And are you really going to try to argue that this man is anywhere near that level? Is he really a top tier badass?
Thank you.
I mean, but
I'll say no, but I don't think he deserves the disrespect.
I don't see what's special about him. I didn't give a fuck when he died.
I didn't even fuck when he died either. But like, I don't think he deserves the disrespect.
So here's the thing. What I would picture is as somebody being a badass would be the people that they find worthy of reincarnating during the war. Would he have been reincarnated? Hell no, because he's nowhere near top tier level.
In Boruto's day and age, yeah, they would reincarnate that nigga.
No, they wouldn't. Nigga.
Come on.
All straight trash.
To get the circles popped off. First of all, let's talk about the niggas that got reincarnated. We're just gonna take a 5-second pause, and this will be a bigger discussion in a later podcast episode. But I want to take a 5-second pause and let's talk about some of the trash ass niggas that got resurrected. The 7 Mist Swordsmen who got dropped by fucking Kakashi, bro. Stop it. What are we talking about? Motherfucking Genkaku and Genkaku, the word demons. Another straight trash motherfuckers, bro. Like, what are we arguing here, bro? The niggas that got reincarnated
what are you arguing?
The niggas that got reincarnated were not that great. Yeah,
Neji also wasn't great. I mean, that's fine.
So they were. No, he was greater than them niggas.
Big facts.
In terms of what?
In terms of interest, like I would rather see Neji brought back than any of them niggas I mentioned.
Oh, sure, because we didn't know them, but Neji's still trash. So I mean,
even if okay, so I'm gonna ask you this then. Would you read a Genkaku, Kenkaku backstory, 600-page manga about Genkaku, the adventures of Genkaku and Genkaku?
Yeah, nigga, yeah.
Wow, you lying? That's it. That was my 5 seconds. I'm done. I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole. The last person I'm gonna put disrespect on is Erza though. She a big flopper. Fuck her. That's it. On to things from the decent spot. we got another would you rather. In this case, we're talking about Goku's abilities, no transformation, the Sharingan, a Pokemon, or Star Platinum specifically.
Like it has to be specifically Star Platinum.
It does.
Yeah.
What does Star Platinum do again?
Star
Platinum. Yeah.
Just punch niggas up. Okay.
And he stops time, nigga.
And he stops time. And those reflexes can stop bullets.
5 seconds?
Keynote.
My thing is, but what's really 5 seconds relative to the fact that you just stopped time?
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very hard to quantify that shit, bro.
I know. It's 5 seconds to you. It's not like 5 seconds to the world. It's 5 seconds to you. That's not shit.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a lot.
I know my choice.
I'm going Goku. I'm going Goku just only for instant transmission. Nothing else. That's all I need. So, he can keep the.
So you out here for the Kaioken joints?
Huh?
So you getting Kaioken, right? Because that doesn't count as a transformation.
No,
right?
I don't want that shit either. I just want instant transmission. That's all I want.
No, I mean you'll get all of them, but I mean okay.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna use what I need to. Oh, I can fly too, I guess. Well, why do I need super strength? I don't need super strength. Teleport. That's it.
Wow.
So I know my choice. 100% without a doubt. And then this also is like one of them questions where it's like, well, do other people in the world got them too? Because that kind of might change the answer. But my answer don't change either way. I'm just gonna pick Pokemon because it's like one, you get a cool pet that's like smarter than the pet, so it's like a friend too. So like you get a cool friend, and then they fuck with you. And like, let's say if I got to choose any Pokemon, like literally, if I picked Mewtwo could probably do all that other shit. Plus, like, some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I need to teleport around, Mewtwo can definitely teleport me. If a nigga run up with a Sharingan, like, let's fight, like, Mewtwo can brain fuck that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, Mewtwo flicked his wrist and made, like, a fucking Category 5 hurricane. Like, bruh, I got the most powerful psychic on the planet, and this nigga my homie, and I feed this nigga bits and kibble, nigga. Like, hell yeah, bro. Give me Mewtwo.
Bits and kibble for Mewtwo.
So I'm gonna go with. Go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with the reason why I wouldn't go with two of these choices. I wouldn't go with Pokemon because I don't know if they'd fuck around and hit me with the whole. You don't have enough badges to be able to tell me what the fuck. So I ain't taking that chance. And when it comes to Sharingan, I ain't trying to be one of those overly emotional motherfuckers, for one. And I ain't trying to be the type of guy where I got to go through some huge turmoil just to try to get more powerful with whatever my power is. So I ain't fucking with Sharingan. And between Goku's ability and Star Platinum, whenever anybody has ever asked the question if you could have any superpower, what would it be? My power of choice has always been teleportation. So let me get Goku's abilities.
Here's what I'll ask about the Goku thing, because I'm saying, like, we were just talking about the Pokemon thing and how realistic it would be to have a Pokemon. My question is, if you have Goku's abilities, that also means you have Goku's strength, which means that you realistically look like a nigga that's that strong. I don't know if I want that. That's all I'm saying. That's my only counterpoint to that thing. It's like, do you really want to look like a nigga that's realistically as strong as Goku? I don't know.
And you don't look like Super Dragon Ball Super Goku. Like you look like 90s Dragon Ball Z big buff Goku. Like, no neck ass Goku. You look like 3 Gramps stacked together, nigga.
Out here,
you always say I gotta look like the nigga. Y'all say I got his powers. Not look like him.
But that's what I'm saying. I said we did apply like a realistic aspect, so that's why I tossed that in there. Like a little bit of realism to that. If you get his abilities, meaning you get his strength in the real world, my guess is it's not gonna follow manga logic where you just look like a regular nigga but have super strength. It's gonna be like, oh, the strength that you have equals what your body looks like. So
that would be regular swole nigga. Shit.
Sure.
Yo.
But I don't know if you can instant transmission or wipe your ass though. That's the question.
Ooh. Swole niggas can't wipe their ass.
Hey, if you too swole, no, you can't, my guy.
Why would I be too swole? I'm be lean, bro.
You're Goku strong, my guy.
Nigga, I'm pretty sure he was able to wipe his own ass.
Dragon Ball Z Goku, bro, you blocky as fuck.
Yeah,
nigga, Goku, I'm pretty sure Goku was able to put his fucking head between his legs.
I
Nigga
was
with the slowness. He can wipe his own ass,
hey, bro,
man.
The strongest niggas don't be fat anyway. They don't even be like muscle niggas. They be fat niggas. I might just be fat.
That's true.
Anyways, did everybody else go? Who else?
Hold on. I'm honestly, like, right now, all instincts and all logic to me would say Goku's abilities. The only reason why I'd be leaning towards Star Platinum is the simple fact that Star Platinum can work autonomously. So, like, pretty much of any danger that you don't even notice and can't, like, realize that might be heading your way, it's like a stray bullet, like, comes through your window, if effing tries to, like, jump you, Star Platinum got him already down before you even realize what happens. So it's like, it's hard to, like, you know, like, not have that automatic safety net. You know what I mean? It's just hard to say no to that. So that's why I'm, like, kind of on the fence. But, I mean, again, at the same time, I mean, you talking about you no longer need a car.
Goku definitely bulletproof.
I mean, like, would you really count that as an ability, though? I guess it gets like that debate. I mean,
he was born that way.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be looking like Biscuit taking shotgun shells to the chest. Boom! Whoa! Cool. That shit ain't hurt.
I mean, I guess if that's truly the case, then fine, then Goku. But I don't know. Like when I thought abilities, I was thinking more like techniques. So I guess it gets like a little debatable. Depends on how you want to call it. But if that is true, then fine. Goku's ability is easy.
Yeah. I mean, I totally feel y'all on the transformation, the instant transmission. That's really the only ability I feel like I care about in the Goku thing. But I'm gonna be honest, I'll go with Star Platinum because I feel like it's the most incognito of all the abilities.
That is true.
But because you won't be able to see the stand unless you're a stand user. So if we live in a world where other people are, then that changes the dynamic and I have to up my strats. But if we don't, and it's just like you just have that, nobody will ever know I have it, and I'll just look like I have telekinesis. And then if in the worst case, some magical bullshit happens, I can just fucking stop time. And then do whatever fuck I want when I stop time. And I'm sure I can build that ability over time to make it longer than 5 seconds if I practice it enough. Because I guarantee you, I'm going to need to use it at some point in time. Like, oh shit, fuck that. I'm kind of late on this bullshit. Let me just pause it for like 5 seconds.
So check this out. Here's one potential issue I'm seeing with Star Platinum. So this nigga automatically defends Jotaro no matter what, right?
Right.
And he'll slap a motherfucker if they try to attack him, right?
Right.
So picture you in an argument with your girl, right? And
he just like the shit on her. That's gonna be crazy.
That's
wild. You getting an instant domestic violence case because this nigga done punched her fucking neck off. off her damn head because she done tried to slap your ass while you were walking away from the argument.
I tell my girl, like, hey, bro, don't try and attack me, bro. I got this shit called Star Platinum.
Just started lighting her face up, bro. That's crazy.
Wow.
You're going straight to jail.
That's a good point that you brought up, but I think I'm gonna still ride with it. I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna be on that. Don't make me angry. You don't want me angry, bro. Don't.
So yeah, I would say if I cannot inherently control the Pokemon or have at least a like we cool niggas bonds, then I'm definitely switching to Goku's abilities. But if we get like an inherent bond, shit, I just switch with like Ho-Oh or something. Like, bro, just bring me back every time I die, and I just go wild out, do some wild shit.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, you're
if Ho-Oh my homie, and she can just reincarnate me every time I die. Fuck it, bro. I'm going to Trump slapping that nigga. Nigga, what's up?
You're gonna waste like 10 lives just being able to do it successfully, though. Because like the first time, you definitely gonna try, and they're just gonna light you up. Yeah, they just gonna light you up. It's done.
I'll eventually figure it out.
Yeah. You wasted hella lives trying to slap, and they just gonna be like, "How did this motherfucker keep coming back up?" And then you're gonna become a government experiment because by the time you finally slapped him, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this ain't got a Pokemon that's bringing his ass back to life. We want that."
Hey, hold on, what's in this bitch gonna get me? If you ain't got no Pokemon, you're not fighting my Ho-Oh, bro. Like I don't give a fuck what you got on you, bro. This thing magic, nigga. Like,
hey, I'm never coming to visit you, bro. A gigantic ass bird.
Bro, I'm like, no, it's not a bird, bro. It's a guy. You got to think of it that way, dog.
No, I'm good.
You should come into this nigga house and it's a giant bird sitting on top of
a 20-foot bird
chilling. Just chilling. Like, oh no, I'm good.
Nigga, this ain't Sesame Street.
I'll see you later.
Okay, so I got a question, bro. If I'm like, yo, my bird, my 20-foot bird, if you walk up to it and pet it and get his feather, you will have immortality, bro. You not gonna touch that bird.
I'm all right. I lived a good life. I'm cool. Life's all right.
He said, I lived a good life. Wow.
Good life, bro.
Hold on. Let me get this right, though. If you saw that nigga flying over the sky, you get to make one wish, right?
That don't mean it's gonna come true. That's kind of like lore. I mean, it might come true. So, like, apparently you're supposed to get like hella good luck. It might come true. Ho-Oh can do whatever the fuck Ho-Oh want. Let's be real. And if I feel like if you niggas with Ho-Oh, if he want to grant you a wish, bro, like you got that shit.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that one. I also don't even. That might be another podcast episode. But I never get niggas' obsession with the immortality thing. It sounds like the saddest experience ever. Like after a certain point, like because it's like after you watch everybody you know die, and then you're just like 200, 300 years down the road. Like, is it really that fun anymore? Like, do you really still want this?
I like immortality with an off switch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I will always wish for. Like, oh, I can just do whatever the fuck I want. But when I'm bored, I can be like, all right, off switch, I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, I would prefer to live a regular human's life length, but never, but my body essentially never starts to deteriorate after age of 30.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why stop at 30? Because, like, you losing the physical prime at that point. I'm like, bro, stop me at 25.
No, but I'm saying you're at your prime by the time you hit 30. That's what they say you usually are.
Oh, wait, 30 is supposed to be the prime? I thought it was like 25, 26.
Well, I'm going to trust Gramps' word on this.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gramps on this because I'm past 25 and I still need to turn some shit around. So I just, for my own personal beliefs, I'm gonna go with the idea that it's at 30.
I just trust any little nigga when it come to health shit. And so
Wow.
I was like, you know, a little homie probably know what's up.
That's cool.
Wow. All right, well, that's it for that one. Would you rather? On to the next thing from the decent spot. It's a Naruto free for all. We have Jiraiya, Itachi, Might Guy, Orochimaru, Minato, and Obito. And the question is, who would get put down first? Who's the first one to get?
Whoa.
Damn, you really think Orochimaru coming out first?
They jump at that nigga because he a creep, bro. And then they fighting it.
My thing is,
they fighting a 5-way showdown.
See, my tricky thing is that I know Night Guy has power, but my thing is like right after he uses Night Guy, he's definitely the second person out. So like I feel like we need Night Guy to go against almost any of these niggas. Maybe there's an argument against Jiraiya. Maybe there's an argument against Orochimaru. But if Night Guy, from what I'm seeing here, I feel like he has to pull out Night Guy.
And that's what I was gonna ask, because like a lot of people be like, "Oh, my guy was the strongest nigga in this picture," and I'm just like, bro, without the 8th gate though, he really not. And we know he ain't gonna bring it out on no life or death situation. That nigga only gonna bring it out if he gotta save the world. Like
that's exactly right.
Clearly points that out. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't even count that as part of his powers. Real talk. And if that's the case, like my guy is getting dropped.
Yeah, he's gone. R.I.P. to your boy.
That nigga, my guy, didn't even last 5 seconds against Itachi.
What? Even looking at his feet?
Yeah, because remember that nigga was like, look at his feet. Then Itachi put out his finger and he was like, oh, got me. Like he did. That was a 5 second fight. Bro, everybody here could last at least 5 seconds against Itachi. So with that logic, like literally numbers and shit that we've seen in the actual show, I'm like my guy done for, bro. Like
So I'll tell you who I think would be one of the last ones to go. Just because I know this nigga would be on some petty shit, I feel like Obito would fuck around and go to the other world and wait for these niggas to duke it out and then come back when there's only like 1 or 2 niggas left.
I feel like Orochimaru's more petty. I feel like Orochimaru ain't letting that nigga go. He was like, nigga, I already know what you want. Stop it.
Okay.
Or you taking me with you.
I think Obito is actually the 3rd nigga to get knocked out.
The 3rd?
So it's going to, in my opinion, my guy, then Jiraiya getting knocked out next because he just straight up weaker than the rest of them. Then after Jiraiya, it's got to be Obito. Not because Obito weaker, but because Obito's the dumbest nigga there. Like, so when we saw Obito fight the 4th Hokage, like Obito has a power that shouldn't lose to the 1st Hokage or the 4th Hokage, but that nigga got worked by a fucking Rasengan. So I'm like, no, with that being said, Obito too stupid to compete with literally the 3 smartest ninjas in Konoha history.
So are we assuming non-sick Itachi?
Yeah, even if he's sick.
Even if he's sick, he's still,
No, I think if he's sick, he might edge out the dub. I think there's definitely a tie between Itachi and Obito in that ranking that you said. I feel like I agree with what you were saying as far as the order of who's getting knocked out. I just think there may be an argument to be made with Itachi and Obito, depending on whether or not Itachi's sick.
I mean, as long as he doesn't die during the fight, I think he'd win. Like if he dies, he died against Sasuke.
I mean, but Sasuke really, I don't know if Sasuke's output was like that. That's what I'm saying. Like the Sasuke fight was like, technically that's still a baby match. Like Itachi full strength, like no sickness, would have dropped him way earlier. But like the sickness killed him. You feel me? And I think
he was limited him to powering up to like 50%.
Right, and I think Obito has like the more energy output than Sasuke had at that point that he would just make him die. Basically, like, and especially if he's going against these niggas, if he's already going against these top tier niggas, he's pulling out all the stops. So yeah, if he's not sick, then yeah, I agree with what you're saying. If it's sick Itachi, he's gone.
Okay, I'm gonna say let's go not sick. Everybody healthy. Then yeah, because I agree with you on that one. Because now I just realized like Obito, like this nigga died off a low-key a weak fight compared to the end game of Naruto.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then yeah, after Obito, Orochimaru, I just think he weaker them niggas. And last but not least, y'all already know my boy Minato dragging all these niggas.
I knew he was gonna say that shit.
I mean, those are facts though.
He's right.
I don't disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree
with that shit for real. You can try, but
yeah, I'm not seeing it because my thing is like, one, he does have the ability to conserve his energy given his speed, so I don't think he has to really expend as much stamina. Like the problem with why I can agree with Jiraiya getting taken out so early is that he has to be in the fight. Like he doesn't have any option to take a rest. He's like in the nitty gritty, so he doesn't have any abilities that will delay him not being in a fight or prevent him from not being in a fight. And the ones that he does have, they wouldn't let him get off. Like that Genjutsu shit he has, he's never getting that off. Like,
Right.
well, all of these niggas around, like, no, it's a wrap. So it's a fight for survival for Mike Guy and Jiraiya as soon as they hit the bell.
Right.
Feel me? Like, the other ones, all the rest of them have the ability to kind of like rest and participate when they feel like it.
Yeah,
And that's when it becomes like the battle. But yeah, them two
niggas have a chance to edge out a victory. Like
Right.
them other two niggas are really fighting to live.
Yeah, for real. It's like, dude, yeah. To this day.
To this motherfucking day. Oh my god, I'm done. Okay, I got a real question for y'all though, Naruto wise. Everybody pulling their Naruto lore here. So Orochimaru, from the way niggas big him up in the fucking lore, you would think he is actually stronger than the fourth Hokage, right? Because when they was thinking about picking that nigga, you know, niggas was really big in Orochimaru to be stronger. So I'll make this argument. We've never actually seen Orochimaru fight at his max strength in the show, right? He always nerfed in some way.
That's true. Yeah.
And he actually be clapping with niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he the softest of the god tier niggas, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, if Orochimaru full health, like we saying Itachi full health, what's up? Like, what y'all think? Is Orochimaru gonna do better than third place? Or what?
Well, didn't the nigga try to steal Itachi's body though?
Yeah,
and
Itachi
instantly put that nigga in Genjutsu?
Right.
Okay, so my argument with that one is if you watch it, you also got to watch the demeanor of Orochimaru. Like, all the shit went down, but they didn't really box. It was kind of like, hey, look, nigga, I'm about to try and hoe you. Bro, I'm not no hoe. Okay, you ain't no hoe. Like, it wasn't no real scrap. Like, them niggas ain't fight to the death.
Yeah, they fight. He right. Honestly, I would say, like, so I do think, like, Itachi and the fourth are stronger, but they can't kill that nigga Orochimaru. He was never really going down. Like,
Yeah.
you going to attack him, he going to turn into a snake, or he going to turn into some other shit and come right back like 2 seconds later. He's not going to go down.
I mean,
So
they
he fuck
pretty
around,
much
might
showed
be
him as
Itachi
an
for real.
immortal character. I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty. I mean, plus, I mean, it depends on also if you want to give Itachi that cap on his, like, I don't even know what you want to call them, but like the supernatural ninja weapons of a Susanoo, right? I mean, he pretty much has it where if his sword touches you, just like the whatchamacallit, Amaterasu, I mean, that's a wrap, you know? Like, you're going to get forever sealed. And if you want to count that as an L, then he might be able to take that from Orochimaru. But Orochimaru already got like a heavy positive increase when he sucked up that sage chakra back from Kabuto after he became a sage. So, I mean, Orochimaru was like up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you, I don't know, to be honest.
Orochimaru don't get the respect he deserved for a nigga that fought the 4-tail, 9-tails with just his mouth. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That thing almost beat Jiraiya to death, and Orochimaru fought it with his motherfucking mouth. My man, they really not respecting my man like he should, but I fear a sick Itachi. Like, what could that nigga really do, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something the world just will never know, and you can't really.
That's a fact. I mean, that may make for a good side video, just really putting some respect on Orochimaru name, because I totally agree. The points you brought up make sense. It does always seem like if you're paying attention to the story, he's much stronger than we've got to really see him do, but he's not ever put up in the conversations with these goats in the same way. He's kind of like stuck with the Tsunade Jiraiya combo of like, oh, well, he could just never be as strong as them. But it's like, he's shown some shit that so he probably decent amount stronger than these things.
Yeah, I think everyone acknowledges that he's stronger than like Tsunade and Jiraiya. I don't think that.
But I mean, I think there's a gap now. Like, that's the thing.
I
think
most people think that, right?
No, I feel like people say like what we're saying is like he's stronger than them, and we can quantify it in our brain. I think what most people are saying is that he's the strongest of the three, but they still put him in that's the signing. So like,
he basically at signing level. Where I'm like, when you say Orochimaru name, he should get Itachi and fourth Hokage clout, but ain't nobody ever gonna get that nigga that type of clout though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never gonna be spoken in the same thing as Itachi.
I don't think he deserves fourth Hokage clout.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Because he
Itachi Cloud, yeah, for sure. But I don't think fourth. I mean, it's the fourth.
I mean, Orochimaru is pretty legendary. I feel like he infiltrated.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you think about it from the high level, the nigga infiltrated a whole entire village, right? He infiltrated the Sand Village. He tried to start his own village, which I've never seen anyone do so far. And then on top of that, like when he attacked, like you were saying, the fourth Hokage, like that nigga, if like let's say he didn't close up that fourth Hokage whatever coffin, it was a wrap. Like it still was a wrap for him. Like he still ended up taking the dub off the third, I mean, but he could have taken it even sooner off the third, which already says like, okay, 1-on-1, if he just let him use all his moves and the third use all his moves, he's stronger than the third.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
I mean, he's up there. He's definitely Hokage level, so I don't see why he wouldn't be in the conversation with the fourth if he's already
the fourth is the fourth. So when I say Orochimaru, he's like, I think he's above the third, probably. He's above. You just call him on Itachi level. I'm just saying I think the fourth is just.
So take away the Nine Tails chakra from the fourth, because I do also feel like that was like bullshit after the fact, like stuff at the end plot. If we just talking about the fourth pre that, I don't see how we can't say that Orochimaru's in that tier somewhere.
Oh, what do you mean that
like,
tier? When you say
I feel like once they gave him Nine Tail Fox chakra, they basically try to put him in the Naruto tier of like, well, you know, he's up there, that nigga. But like without that Nine Tails, I don't see how Orochimaru just doesn't have the lore he has. But if you're looking at it objectively, I would say that like the feats are up there.
You mean just throwing hands?
Yeah.
What you're talking about? Oh yeah. I mean, I think they're all close. Shit.
Yeah.
Except Tsunade.
Yeah, Tsunade and Jiraiya shouldn't be up there with like Pain.
I think Jiraiya's up there.
Nah, Jiraiya almost lost his life to the fourth tail Naruto. Like if you can't body fourth tail Naruto, you can't be in the conversation.
I don't take much like I don't like look into that much because that was before we knew about Sage Mode. So like that's just a writing thing. I'm sure Sage Mode can definitely be four tails.
Now, what about when Orochimaru bodied Jiraiya and Tsunade with no hands?
He also didn't use Sage Mode.
Well, because his Sage Mode take longer because he hasn't perfected it. And Orochimaru would not let him get that off because, as we see, Orochimaru is very in the know about what Sage Mode do.
True. No, that's fine. But I'm talking about if they were just fighting. If he pull up with Sage Mode, you can't just say that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
that's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm not gonna say it's not a flat 10 out of 10 victories. Like Jiraiya can get at least one off of, hey, I pulled up on Sage Mode, nigga. What's happening? You know, like yeah, he snuck that nigga at that point though.
Right.
I mean, that's like any kind of fight though. Like if you fight Naruto before he transforms, I'm going off of your peak. Or like I'm talking about his peak strength. Jiraiya is relatively on the same level as Orochimaru.
Yeah, with Sage Mode, for sure. I say Sage Mode Jiraiya is on par with Orochimaru.
Yeah, especially with like the Frog Sages as help as far as like battle prowess in battle with him being Sage Mode too. Yeah, I could definitely see that also. But I mean, like the point is that we still can't forget that homie does need time. And like in a free-for-all battle, that's one thing you really ain't gonna have. Like everything that you need to put out 100%, you need to be able to reach it within like seconds. Mm-hmm. So
right.
That's what I said. If in this case, I would just figure he pulls up like with this shit ready.
I feel like that's giving him a lot, which he wouldn't do in the free for all.
Yeah, that would be like the same as giving Mike.
That's a handicap. Yeah, that's like saying 8 Gates guy, but he don't die after. Like, that's
no, bro, that's completely different.
No, you're giving him a handicap. Like, none of these people need to walk in with a handicap. We're not giving Obito a handicap. We're not giving Minato, Orochimaru, or Itachi a handicap. We just said basically fresh off the bed, this is what they doing. You feel me? Like, they get
it's definitely a handicap because Jiraiya takes long to get in Sage Mode because he is bad at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so like that's definitely a handicap.
Shit, even if he don't, he's still like, if he ran from Pain, he can run from fucking some other niggas.
Nah, we not giving them participation awards, bro. In the free for all, no. It was 6 bodies really controlled by one person, so it was like one person really looking for him.
Again, I don't know, like 6 I'm not saying that Jiraiya would be standing last. I still think he would be the second to lose. I'm just saying, like, y'all making it sound like Jiraiya was trash or something.
In comparison to this group of people, Yes,
he's
only
definitely like
because
trash compared to Orochimaru, bro.
I wouldn't say trash. You're getting me wrong with trash. I'm just saying, like, free for all battle, he's like, these people have the ability to not pull out all their moves right out the jump. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to not show their full hand right out the jump. I feel like my guy and Jiraiya have to go in there pulling out their top tier moves, or it's not going. Like, Orochimaru and Itachi and all of them, they have delays or ways to basically say, I'm going to conserve my energy and like last till the end of this battle royale. But these two don't, in comparison to who they're going up against. Like, if this was like Jiraiya, my guy, some other nigga that's mostly hands focused, and some other niggas that are mostly hands focused, like without all these genjutsus or like extra techniques where they can have people, they can literally summon people from the dead to fight on their behalf. Like all of this shit, like I would see them having like a longer like stay in the battle. But this one, it's just no, like literally Itachi can just summon something that says like, you're not fighting the real me till you get past this thing. Like Orochimaru can summon motherfuckers from the dead that also say, you're not fighting me until you get past this thing. Toby or Obito literally could just go like, I'm chilling in this other dimension until I feel like fighting y'all, or you just can't punch me until you figure out how my ability fucking works. And Minato is so fucking fast, he doesn't really have to be around to fight until he wants to be there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't see what Jiraiya or Guy has that allows him to do that.
Yeah, like I said, Jiraiya would still be the second to lose. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that.
But I'm not saying I wasn't even talking about.
I was talking about like a one-on-one fight. Actually, I wasn't even talking about because we started talking about Orochimaru, so I was just comparing them to.
Oh, you're saying Jiraiya versus Orochimaru 1-on-1?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, I still think Jiraiya's taking the L because I for the same reason.
I do too, but I'm saying y'all make it sound like this nigga just like 10-10 or something.
No, I think what we're saying is that there's a signing tier, and Orochimaru touched that tier and then elevated himself to another tier. That's why. That's the confusion that I think the community has too, is that they see Orochimaru as like the same tier as all these niggas, but he's actually like a tier above them at this point with all of the things we've seen him do. Doesn't mean Jiraiya's not great. It just means that,
I'm just saying I think Jiraiya's on that tier too, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Then I would ask you just where that's coming from. Because from what I've seen, I'm not seeing.
Well, he got sage mode. Shit. That's it.
I mean, yeah, but it's like he has a handicapped version of sage mode. Like, of all the sage modes we've seen, they would drop Jiraiya before he was able to achieve his sage mode. Right? Because I mean,
how can you say that? Like, you can't just say that.
I guess I can't just say it, but I did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he legit was in a fight against someone who you consider to be on that tier. And we won't gonna talk about it, but I'm saying he was able to do it. So that's all I'm saying. If he's able to do it against Pain, I don't see why he can't do it against someone else.
Well,
especially like I don't think that would help. Having 6 bodies would actually help in trying to stop him from getting it, but he wasn't able to. Against the 4th, yes, he's gonna lose right away. Yes, sure. Mm-hmm. Against like Naruto, he's gonna lose. Yeah, but I'm talking about people that aren't gods.
I would say Pain wasn't as smart as far as knowing about Sage Chakra. Like, he went against it twice and literally had the same reaction both times. Like, them niggas smarter than that, though. Like, 2 of them already know what Sage Chakra is, so they're going to try and stop him actively. And then Itachi just really, really smart. Like, I don't think Jiraiya on that level, bro.
Yeah, I think we should just save it for a future podcast. I'll come with my car facts. You come with your car facts. We'll talk about where we think Jiraiya stands in the Naruto sphere. All right. Other than that, let's move on to the manga segment. I don't have put some respect on for this month. Does anybody have anything they were enjoying this month they want to put some respect on?
Let's put some respect on Shorty from Chainsaw Man. I can't remember her name.
Makima?
Yeah. Because she's fucking broken. She essentially is able to run the whole damn world, if you think about it. So
is Loki gonna make her my MVP? But yeah, the homegirl is a monster. Huge twist in the series itself, just to give like the low-key respect to Chainsaw Man in general, because I'm pretty sure no one saw that coming, period. Homegirl to actually, be a curse of demon, whatever you want to call it. And then like plus for her to be that broken and that she was like, like I don't even know, like some perspective could say like she's kind of like the low-key big villain of the series in a way, because it pretty like the big focus kind of switched from the gun demon to now her, the control demon, because she can literally control everyone with like an infinite Tsukuyomi, since we're just on Naruto. I mean, that's pretty much like what her grand scheme is probably. So no, like, yeah, she's an effing monster. And right now we don't really see a good way to stop her, except probably Chainsaw Man, to be honest. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how he pulls that bullshit off. Any other things? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to put some respect on Gran Torino. As far as like, goddamn, this nigga been through all the fucking arcs of My Hero, just going hard for a retired nigga.
Facts.
Like, who else? I gotta put some respect on this arc. It is moving a bit slow for me, but we got to see some cool stuff, like fucking Hawks and all that shit, and then what's going on now with all these heroes fighting villains and stuff. I think that's lit. Want to put some respect on No Game No Life. Just watch that. That shit was kind of lit. It's lit trash. It's fire trash.
Wait, trash? What the? All right, we'll talk about that one later. Okay.
It's fire, but it got some elements to it that are trash. All the etchy and shit and panty shots, all that shit, like that shit trash. But the show is fire. So gotta put some respect on it. And yeah, and Black Clover pretty interesting.
Since you did touch on it, I also wanted to give a highlight to Manual from Boku no Hero, keeping homie Eraserhead's eyes nice and liquidated and moisturized and fresh. Because homie be on that. That's what's up.
Call this shit moisturized. They call him Lotion Man, huh?
He doing everything he needs to do. He got that perfect balance going on. I'm just saying that ain't easy, man. Don't sleep.
All right.
All right. Anything else to put some respect on? Going once, going twice. All right, on to the last discussion of this podcast, ranking the Black Clover captains.
Oh, snap.
So here we go. It started off in a chapter review, and now it's made it to the podcast. We was putting some slander on some motherfucking captains' names. And it's time to put some respect on a few of them. So the squads, just for the heads up to the new Black Clover fans or whatever, we have Golden Dawn, Black Bulls, Silver Eagle, Blue Rose, Crimson Lion, Green Mantis, Coral Peacock, Purple Orca, and Azure Deer. And for the captains, respective to how I named the thing, we have William Vengeance, Yami, Nozel Silva, Charlotte Rosalie, Fuegueleon, Jack the Ripper, Dorothy, Kaiser, Grand Vorka, and Real Boss Mortimer. So,
all right, wait, pause. Before we continue, are we going to include Marileona and then the other Purple Orca captain who got in jail before we start?
Do we want to?
No, let's leave Marileona out. But who was the other captain?
The other Purple Orca who got arrested like immediately, pretty much.
Shit, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, so the Purple Orca captain I mentioned is actually the new captain.
Right.
So his magic is like vortex magic.
Right.
Which it creates whirlwinds. I haven't even seen him use that shit. The one before him was the guy that turned invisible.
Right.
So you probably know the guy that turned invisible more than you know.
The guy with the mask is the guy that turns invisible, right?
Right.
Yeah. Him.
Oh, so I don't even know who the new captain is.
That's why I said you probably know the other guy more.
Right. Yeah. The new captain, he only had the one fight shown against Fuegoleon after he had Salamander. But that was literally like half an episode. So
that guy's name, we can just kick him out then because we don't know enough about him right now. We'll call this guy's called Guldir Poizot. That's the name of the guy that turns invisible, the original trader motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, regardless, in both cases, I think they're at the pretty low end of the list.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're putting them all last. Pretty confident.
But here we go. Anybody got their order already of how they want to toss it up?
Hold up.
Do we want to start from bottom? Do we want to start from bottom and work our way to the top, or do we want to start from the top and work our way to the bottom? I don't know where most arguments
top
will
to
be.
bottom.
All right, so who do we think is the strongest right now? And I'm going off the most current chapter of the manga.
So we're going off manga. Okay.
Yeah.
Yami for sure.
Okay, so I put Yami as 1. Yeah.
I would also agree with that.
I'm going William Vengeance.
Oh my god. I knew we was gonna start with the bullshit early.
You just want to argue, bro. There's no
way. But no. What I will give player 5, because I was thinking about this too this morning, is one thing that I do know about the shonen universe is that you can't sleep on niggas with tree magic, because I was sleeping on niggas heavy, and the first motherfucker to show me stop sleeping on niggas with tree related shit is the first Hokage. So he's a nigga who's pull out tree magic and show you could do more with it. So I get why you would say that, but I would say from what I've seen William Vengeance do, and also given that he lost without the demon homie, from what we know, using a significant portion of his power, I would have to put him below Yami.
Yeah,
then it got dropped pretty soon.
Go
ahead.
He might have something, you know what I'm saying? Something laying low to up. Like, he clearly the He the to their relationship, bro. I think he got something, bro. I know all the evidence points to Yami, bro, but I think he got something, something that he got up the trunk, bro. It's just a feeling I got, bro. I gotta get him number 1. I can see it.
That's cool. He ain't used it though, so.
Right. So at least I think what the group agrees on is that William Vengeance and Yami Sakura are in 1 and 2 spots. The order of that is a little bit whatever, but we're saying mostly Yami, and then second would be William, or in player 5's case, William then Yami, right?
I actually disagree. Like Vengeance on my list was number 4. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, well, let's go to second. Let's go to who we think second then. So I thought we were unanimous on that. So for second, I think from what I'm seeing, I'm still probably going to put Vengeance up there. I think he's still second in my book.
Same.
I'm actually going to give it to my homie Fuegoleon. For the simple reason that you can't sleep on Salamander. That power-up, they didn't really show it, but that power-up was huge. And another way to put it, they pretty much put Fuegoleon close to the same level as Mereoleona. And I know, I don't got to describe how redonkulous Mereoleona is. But the Flame Spirit 1 boosts his own magic, boosts his own mana, and what they were pretty much implying pretty much gave him natural mana zone over Salamander's range. To give another example, I had to do a little bit of research, but if you remember when they first introduced Salamander with Fauna, when Charlotte rolled up, Jack rolled up, and Nozel rolled up, Salamander by himself was holding his own against Nozel with no instruction from Fauna. So if Salamander by himself was able to hold off a captain for at least a good minute, with actually working together when he got stronger, when going with Fuegoleon, and then knowing Fuegoleon's natural strength alone, I think that actually puts him above everybody else.
You know what? That was a very compelling argument. I'm gonna have to say, for now, I'm gonna bench my William hype because it's just all in my head, and I accept that. But yeah, I got to go with Jug on this. Yami into Fuegoleon. That make hella sense.
I mean, right now I can maybe concede that Vengeance is not second, only because we still have not seen William Vengeance without the elf battle really. So, and right now he seems like a pretty huge support mage, just from what I'm seeing, with the whole tree magic. So I mean, I can
by no means am I sleeping on Vengeance. The biggest thing with Vengeance is that when his trees touch you, it automatically sucks up your mana. I mean, I'm not sleeping on that fact. That's OP. I'm just saying Salamander got the firepower and mana to hold off that ish up. So Fuegoleon could just close the distance and just give him the hands, because he is physically strong too. So
how did any of these niggas stop Dorothy though?
That's okay. Dorothy's my next on my list.
That's third.
What's her power?
Yeah, Dorothy for me is third.
What's her power?
So wait, so for now at least, it seems like we're gonna go with Yami, and then second Fuegoleon as it stands in the story. All right, next. So third, you're saying is Dorothy. Dorothy on Dorothy.
And the only reason I actually put Fuegoleon above Dorothy is because of how petty they did Dorothy. for the simple fact that, like, okay, so you get sucked into the dream world, you can pretty much control the world, but the biggest flaw being that if someone's smart enough to outwit you, they can make you think some stuff into existence. And from the stats of what they gave Fuegoleon, I think they gave him like what, like a 4 or 5 out of cleverness and like intelligence. Homie, I think, can actually pull that off, especially if Salamander gets sucked in with him, because Dorothy can't stop the magic user from using magic. So if Fuegoleon's smart and does, like, you know, the combination of using his own magic plus putting the ideas in Dorothy's head, I think he can actually come out with that W. But
Yami's beating her with dimension slashes.
Right. And
Yami can beat her with the dimension slash. So right. I can buy that.
Yami's number 1 simply because he has the perfect attack and perfect defense against everything we've been introduced to. Like that alone to me puts him at number 1.
But I think could William start absorbing her fucking?
Yeah, that would be my counter.
Yeah,
that would
honestly, I don't think
it's
we
a little
get
tough
into like how powers interact, because we just don't. Honestly, we don't know, bro. Like if he won, he could write it that way. If he doesn't, he can say the trees don't work in the magic world. You know, it's just weird to.
Well, let's go under the assumption that they can, because we said other magic could work in there, right? Like, and if we're giving Yami the out of being able to use dimension slashes in that bitch, and plus, given the fact that they seem like Arcana stage means like you could just do whatever, the rules don't apply to you type bullshit. So, what's his face is Arcana stage. So I would say let's give it to him that he can use the mana absorbing shit. So if that's the case, and he can, Williams over. Yeah, Williams over Dorothy.
I don't know. Like I was fighting on that one for a while. I mean, I'm stuck for the simple reason that in the dream world, Dorothy's scale is like unbeatable. I mean, if you saw that one move where like homegirl just made like a stuffed animal open her mouth, if you look inside of the mouth, it was a whole galaxy. Like she literally created like a beast that'll eat you and like take you to this like galaxy world. And then plus another side note to know about her ability is that once you're in the dream world, you do steadily get more tired. And once you fall asleep, you can't wake up. So it's also an endurance battle. As in like if you don't escape the dream world, it's already cheap.
Then it definitely, that makes it even more that I would say Vanya's wins, because at least from what I read from him, 1, he has the smarts, I would think. So he definitely has the smarts to come up with a strategy to get out. 2, he has like probably one of the highest magic powers. That's my assumption based off what he's been able to do. Plus he has the elf hype now, because everybody who got an elf also technically was able to retain some of that magic. So next to actual Lich, he had probably the second strongest elf or whatever in his body. So as far as magic power, he has it for days. So I think he has the stamina to go against her. For sure. And I think he has the strategy to get out, and he has the power that can suck her mana. So I think he has all 3 I think he has a 3 combo to knock this bitch out, to be honest.
That's fair. So
are we cool with that? Vengeance over Dorothy for 3rd.
I could take that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, so top 3 right now is Vengeance, Fuegoleon. Oh, sorry, Yami, Fuegoleon, Vengeance. Now, 4th. Are we going to just put Dorothy there for 4th? Do we think Jack the Ripper's got a shot against this motherfucker? Do we think Nozelle's got a shot against this motherfucker? Because this is where we start talking about them, I think. This is where these niggas start coming
from. I would definitely put Dorothy over Jack, because her magic within the magical glamour world can technically can be anything, right? Almost kind of like a rill. I would argue that like Jack's power won't work on all of Rill's moves, for example, simply because all of Rill's moves constitute every attribute in that sense, where it's not technically the same magic that he's using, even though it's all paint magic, quote unquote. So if using that logic, and plus Jack the Ripper hasn't been shown to really be that smart, actually. So I don't think homie's gonna finesse his way out of Dorothy's world.
Yeah, he's definitely a dummy.
I mean, but he can cut anything though. That's what his power is. His power adapts to whatever
but it takes
is.
time.
He can cut anything.
If it was insta, I would agree with you, but it takes time. And that's the one. I mean, he doesn't have Dorothy's world, because it's going to be an endurance test.
So again, I'm also not looking at just him versus Dorothy. So if you say Vengeance can beat Dorothy, okay, and I think that Jack the Ripper can do a better job against Vengeance than Dorothy can, I think that he can still be considered stronger than Dorothy, even if maybe her power may be a bad matchup for him. is what we're saying. To me, a matchup doesn't say that a person is stronger. You know what I mean? So like I still think so we have Yami, then Fuegoleon, then Vengeance. I think Nozel is probably next in my book.
They put what's his face at least just to add some more on Jack. His cleverness is the same as Vengeance.
Oh,
at least according
I don't know why I
to the
thought
wiki.
he was dumb. He seemed like I think it's just because he likes to fight. That's all it is.
And
I mean, you could still argue personality then if that's the case. I mean, Jack's just not going to want to think about it then. I mean, you can use the same argument.
How you going to say he just won't think about it? I don't know what you mean. Like,
I'm just saying, like, we've never been introduced to a Jack that's really used his brain in battle. I'll say it like that.
Big facts.
But we've never been introduced to a lot of these captains in battle at all.
True.
Again,
but I mean,
it's all speculation. So I mean, we can't go off
because of his
we just going off
the mana, though.
Huh?
I mean, like, we gave Vengeance the big up simply because of his power alone, though.
Yeah, well, that's like a stat, right? Is what I assume.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, that was why, like, that was like the big reason why he had the big ups with Dorothy. Jack the Ripper doesn't really have that. And arguably, well, I mean, that could be a debate, but I personally still think 1v1, Vengeance still has it against Jack the Ripper.
All right, no, I agree. I think Vengeance is. I can still see Vengeance as being second. Third is fine, but I can still see him as being second. I'm saying against Dorothy. I mean, I get like y'all like her like Dreammatic is good and all, but she's obviously not unbeatable, clearly. So
right. But what I'm saying is that like how they beat her was actually low key petty, if you think about it. Like the only like if at least Ian and Dorothy beat Dorothy. I'll just say it like that. Like that's how they had.
We have an actual like stat that says he has the same level of cleverness as who you said just now as
Vengeance.
And part of the reason
that means he's done something
win is because he's smart.
Clever
I mean
enough.
that means something to me. You know that's not even like a speculation on our end. That's actual like a fact.
Wiki facts. They're
but
wiki
we're
facts.
also saying that Vengeance is winning because he meets 3 attributes to beat her and not just 1. Whereas Jack only meet 1. So yeah, he may be clever enough to be like, man, the only way out is tricking her out. But like that's only one method of winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we can't guarantee that method works every single time.
I agree. We can't agree that it won't though either. Is what I'm saying. And like I said, just because he would lose to Dorothy. What if he can fight? He can have a better chance against Vengeance than she would. Does that not still make him stronger, in your opinion? Or what if they fight Yami? What if he can fight Yami better than she could? Wouldn't that mean that he's still stronger? Because I think he'd do a better job with Yami than she would.
Yeah, possibly. So I don't think
so.
The body for it. One hit from Yami, I think she sleep. Real talk.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's not just we're not just comparing them to each other. Like you can compare it to all of them as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, but as I'm looking at Jack right now, Jack and Dorothy are tied. I could see the Nozel in the next place. I feel like he has the stamina and the smarts to probably make it out of that jam with Dorothy. So I think I will put him under there. And like you're saying, that's how I'm looking at it too. Yeah. And I'm looking at it too. Yeah. And as I'm looking at it the same way too, I also look like, okay, you versus them, but also like, am I seeing you getting easily beat by the niggas above you too? Because then if I see like a red flag there, then I would correct it. But to me, so far with our list, that's why I think Jack the Ripper, Dorothy, and Nozel, like I knew the arguments were going to be here because they're all like somewhere around the same tier to me. I could easily see a Yami dub, a Vengeance dub, and a Fuegoleon dub in some cases against those bottom 3, right?
These are mid 3 though.
You said what? Yeah, sorry, the mid 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see them losing to them. So I think it's really just a matter of, does Jack go above or below Dorothy? I think maybe he can edge out above, but they're very close. I think.
I'm gonna put Jack above Dorothy, and this is why I'm gonna give him the edge out, because now at this point we like, man, their abilities are fairly even. Like we could see both of them taking dubs, and we could see both of them faring better against other people than the next one. However, Jack, as a captain, has 2 more stars than that bitch. So I'm just gonna be 100 and say, hey, there go his dub, bro.
Wow.
He got 2 more stars, bro. He the better captain.
Yeah.
All
right. I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't know if he had a real
not going, bro.
I'm sorry. I can't see it. I'm trying. I really do try to see like both sides of an argument, but I just don't see this. Like, all Dorothy would need is like reasonable creativity to hold off Jack until he falls asleep.
No, but you're still assuming that he's dumb. You're still assuming that he's dumb, but we're saying that he's definitely Vanjin's clever.
No. I mean, like, it's not just like that factor though. It's a simple fact that Dorothy can just unleash waves and waves and waves of OP just creations, I guess, for lack of a better word, that Jack won't have a true counter for.
He can definitely physically keep up as much as you can see Yami keeping up physically, so can Jack.
But that's where the sleep factor comes in, because it's not like he's not going to be affected by it. All Dorothy needs to do is keep him busy until he falls asleep, and it's GG.
Okay, but then here's my thing is that we get a cleverness and all of this thing for Jack. We get these factual numbers. For Dorothy, we don't get anything. And from what I've seen from Dorothy, she ain't the brightest. So I'm like, low key, it could be that she an airhead, which is why she not the magic king. Like, if she has strats and skills, she should honestly, with her power, be like number 1. So I'm thinking maybe she dumber than we think.
Okay.
And my thing is also, the next question I would say is, yes, she brings things to reality within her dream world, but the question is going to become, to me personally, where it's different with Baltimore's painting magic, is what is the true core for magic? Because I honestly think that what they might end up explaining away is that Jack is cutting dream magic. So it doesn't actually matter what her creations are, because the core is still dream magic. So it wouldn't actually change. Like, he wouldn't have to keep adapting.
That's actually a decent question, to be honest.
Yeah, he would just have to adapt to one core.
If that's true, then okay. I would actually give it to Jack if that's true.
I don't think that his cutting magic is going to be useful at all, because she could literally be like, okay, instead of making a creature that he can cut, I'm just going to make poisonous gas, or you know what I'm saying, like, or something that she can create anything. Like, I create something that even when cut, if it touches you, you die.
But the question is she that smart? They don't even got the numbers on her smartness.
Yeah, you can still dream magic even if you make that poison in a dream. So that's what he's saying, is that if you can cut dream, you can cut the dream. Unlike the painting thing where like it becomes what it is.
I mean, he can cut fire magic, right?
Well, I mean, like they did argue that though, like in the anime when Sally had to do the whole science experiment with Luck and Magnus Wing with like the water that she produced. Like, that water she produced was water. So that's why it's like it's debatable.
What do you say?
Like Dorothy. Okay, so like one scene in the fight is that Dorothy sent like a whole pool of water with piranhas against like the whole squad. And Sally was like, all right, let's do an experiment. So Luck uses electricity and Magna uses fire against the whole pond. And it did explode naturally, like based on the chemical reaction logic in the anime. But the point was, the water that she produced in the dream was considered water, like actual water.
Oh no, I agree that it is, but that's what like MGG said. Like,
the core is still dream magic.
Yeah, what's the core of the magic?
No. I know. I'm just saying, like, it's room for clarification. Is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, on Dorothy's page, they don't even talk about her smarts yet. So I get the counterpoint that Player 5 said, but I feel like because there's nothing there, I might go under the assumption that she might be dumber than what we thought. Because I mean, well, we'll just have to wait to see, I guess. But at the best, she's on the same cleverness par as the other two, like Vanjin and Jack. So she's at a 4. But I doubt her cleverness is going to be higher. That's just my gut feeling. So
all right, that's fair.
And then last thing with Jack, I don't know if they still do. I think they still do. Like, they had there was some kind of rivalry between Jack and Yami. So that matters to me too. The fact that Yami's considered his rival.
That's true.
Ain't shit. Nozell considered Fuegoleon rival, but that nigga be down. You know
I mean, Nozell up there too, right?
Up where?
He top 4. He top 4 right now.
Nozell's number 4.
Well, huh? I thought we were seeing if Dorothy or Jack was 4.
No, it sounded like everybody. Maybe you didn't chime in on that consensus. It sounded like everybody was saying that Nozell could drop Dorothy.
Yeah.
Like no. So you think there's a debate there? You think Dorothy is over Nozell?
No, without a doubt, I don't know if I can move on that. Like Dorothy is slapping Nozell.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. Noelle will probably knock this nigga out right now. What is you talking about? She should be in silver.
Damn, son.
Type this nigga like 100. Wow.
Yeah, I don't see Nozell touching Dorothy. I didn't know that.
I feel like y'all changed up. I think last week y'all was hyping this nigga Nozell up. Now
you
y'all
said not to sleep on that nigga.
No. Nozell came up just to come up. We weren't talking about Dorothy. Dorothy came up at the end.
But you gotta remember
I always wasn't trying to sleep on Dorothy, but Dorothy will slap Nozell. I'm sorry.
The argument from last week, what I'm really waiting for is just to let niggas know that real not last. Because niggas was trying to put real last, and y'all got me fucked up.
No, we agreed.
Is real over Nozell?
Real over Nozell? No. After thinking about it, I don't think real is touching this.
And also with the stars, my guy, Nozell stars is 95, bro. He's up there. Are we really saying that Dorothy's dropping him?
Noelle is a wonderful organizer of talent, which is why he got a lot of stars. But I'm gonna be real here. If I was like, yo, put real Boy Mortier and Nozell Silva in a fucking death battle, I don't know, bro. I don't think Nozell coming out that motherfucker. Is he smarter, better in a whole bunch more situations? Yeah. But if it's just like, hey, bro, fuck all the what ifs, get in this ring and let's throw hands. No bullshit. I don't think niggas want it with real. Like that nigga is like Charmy busted.
I mean, he's OP, but I mean, you do got to get into the mental capacity some because he's a child.
Yeah, he's a child. That's why I'm like, hey, as a full-on captain, clearly at 49 stars, he ain't doing it. But that nigga kind of strong. Like,
I don't know.
I don't see it. Be honest.
I'm looking at the Silver Eagle squad. It looked like Nozell's carrying the team, bro. I don't even know none of these niggas' faces, bro. So I can't buy the great organizer bullshit. The stars is definitely coming from the captain, my guy. Like I'm not seeing it from these niggas. Like we already saw what Nebra and Solid did against some elves, bro. They got straight dropped. So I'm not seeing it, my guy. I'm not seeing it at all.
Noelle couldn't drop this nigga right now. That's what y'all gonna say. That Noelle won't put hands on this nigga today, right now, to this motherfucking day.
By herself. By herself.
By herself. Valkyrie armor. Come on, bro.
I mean, I could see it.
I don't know, man. I feel like
so. You're saying Noelle can beat Nozell is what you're saying?
I'll say right now, she knocking this nigga.
Bro, until last week when I said could beat captains, y'all was talking shit, nigga. What?
No. You said would be like one of the strongest captains, which would not be in top 4. These niggas saying Nozell top 4. I'm saying Nozell is not top 4, and he would get dropped by yes.
Damn.
That's what they said last week.
Okay, so wait. So let's reorganize the ranking real quick. Then we'll come back to the Nozell argument. So right now we got Yami as number 1. Vengeance is number 2. Fuego Leon is number 2. Vengeance is 3. 4 now I'm gonna say is Jack the Ripper based off the long ass argument we had, and then it would be between Nozell or Dorothy for 5.
I put 5 at Dorothy.
I'm putting 5 at Dorothy.
Dang.
Hold on. So who was 4? You said
nasty.
4 is
Jack the Ripper right now,
and then Dorothy, and then Nozell.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
Hey, but I'm trying to disrespect Nozell right now. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm gonna have to drop that nigga low.
A lot of smut on this nigga name, bro. No, but if we put Nozell below Dorothy, no. I mean, the thing would be, I would say the argument then is like Real is right behind him because I don't see Charlotte Rosalie beating Nozell. I don't.
Yeah. As a side note, I got Charlotte as last. after thinking about it.
Damn, no, come on.
Under my
nigga is definitely last, bro.
Yeah, Invisibility Buddy is last.
Oh no! Oh, that was a given. Like all purple Orca captains are last. Like that's a given. My bad. I'll clarify. All purple Orca captains last, then Charlotte. That's what.
Oh, okay.
This is how you know the purple Orca trash. They vice captain got knocked out by the counter magic nigga. Like, yo, vice captain, that soft, bro.
Trash.
Okay.
All right, so then where do we think real?
So,
the question then is, where do we think real Dorothy and Nozel lie? Because I think we know everyone's cool with Charlotte being like next to the bottom, right? You don't think she's beating any of those three names I just mentioned,
she's
anyone above it?
Bottom of the named captains.
Got it. Okay, so it's Charlotte, it's purple Orca captains, then Charlotte, and now it's these last three spots we're trying to figure out who lies where.
I'm gonna be 100, and I'm gonna say it because I know I'm in the minority. I think the next weakest nigga Nozel. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Damn.
Why you hating on Nozel, bro?
For real.
Bro, why this nigga getting clout, bro? Tell me. He beat one compass nigga. That's it. You get clout off that now. That's it. That's all he did.
He got a lot of versatility with the power.
Ooh.
I think he's an intelligent captain. I also think he's carrying his squad. I think he has a decent amount as far as like Royal goes. If we're looking at Noel, my thought is that like the Nozel's magical aptitude has to be just as high, if not higher. I get that Noel has plot armor clout behind her, but I just think that we just haven't seen Nozel go all out just yet.
I think that the Silver family are a bunch of clout chasing ass niggas, and they don't want it with the Vermilion family. Because whenever you see the Vermilion family, them niggas mana be off the chart. Them Silver niggas be getting clapped. Nigga Solid got knocked the fuck out easy. I don't even remember the other girl name. Like them niggas soft except for Noel.
See, the problem is what Nozel is running into is that he's going against two mages with powers of scale. What we've seen with all the ones above him is that they can go toe-to-toe with the scale, or they has an ability that helps him out. Like Jack the Ripper, why we was arguing him so hard is he really don't got the scale, but his ability is what, in addition to like the other soft skills, is what allowed him to get the edge on these niggas. Nozel is basically in the same bucket as Jack, just minus the fact that he doesn't have a special ability that does it. And his Mercury magic, as far as we've seen, has not put out like vengeance level scale compared to like this nigga who literally can paint anything, and this girl who literally puts you in this dream world where anything can happen. You feel what I'm saying? So it's at that point I could see why we would put him below, but I guarantee you, and this is just based off of what I've seen off Nozel before. In my heart, I believe he's better than at least those two. But I can see, based off what we've got from him from the story now, magic-wise, it's hard for me to see a dub against those two magicians of scale. And then if he goes up against Jack just will easily counter the Mercury magic. I don't think that's a difficult thing. And it's just a battle of hands, which I feel Nozel has none of. He is not a hands guy at all.
If we stop and look at Nozel, bro, like everything he is clout, bro. Like I think we just attaching him to niggas like Byakuya, you know, like the older brother that act like an asshole, but low-key come with the hands. But like we haven't seen my man's hands yet, and we done been through a whole arc, like a whole beginning to end story has been told, arc, saga, if you will. And this nigga ain't shown nothing. We in a time scale. Where this nigga at, bro? He can't ride the hype wave no more, bro. It's over with. I can't get him no more clout off what he ain't done.
Did he not beat the elf?
Actually only done beating one elf nigga who was mainly a trickery elf and not a powerhouse elf. That's all he did. That's it. And talk shit.
All right. I mean, for the sake of the argument, are we really going to fight hard on Nozel being above any of these two? Sure. All right. So for now, go ahead.
I gotta. Okay. First off, I'm locked in at Dorothy at 5. I'm sorry, y'all can't tell me nothing in
above
the dream
Jack
world.
Or below Jack?
Real and I mean, like, no. I'm just saying like that this matters as far as what I'm about to say next. But Nozel and Real have no true ability to be able to F with Dorothy. All right, considering that fact,
Hold on.
I think
Real would do good against Dorothy. You don't think so?
Nah, for the simple reason that in Dream World, the only thing I guess you could argue is that if there's like some possibility Real can avoid getting something in Dream World, but in Dream World, Dorothy has the ability to fight scale for scale with whatever Real dreams up. Because in the sense, both of their abilities are the same. The only limit would be their creativity. Dorothy thinks, so it appears. Real draws, so it appears. They go tat for tat for tat for tat. Again, it's also an endurance ability, though, for Real. Because as soon as that motherfucker falls asleep, it's GG. All Dorothy has to do
you're
is
just
keep
saying
going.
that Real isn't smart enough to...
I don't think so.
Well,
I
can agree with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, Real is definitely not.
His cleverness is a 3 right now.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So he's dumber than the other niggas.
I don't think like Real's touching Dorothy. And the same thing actually with Silva, again, in my opinion, simply because Dorothy would have the bigger scale for Silva. Like the biggest thing for Silva is the versatility, the magic amount, and then just the scale with said versatility with his Mercury, which would be like reasonable. But Dorothy can just easily match that. So I don't see Silva touching him. As far as Nozel with Real, that's where it gets tricky because I think arguably Real has bigger scale than Silva, but Homie's just smart and versatile to just close the distance and bring it with the hands. Because one thing they've also unleashed is that Nozel has better physical ability than Real. So if he's able to like even get like a couple hands on him,
it'd be the softest hands fight ever.
For real.
Sloppy, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying if it comes down to it, Nozel has the W.
Y'all remember that King fight from Seven Deadly Sins where he went against that old ass man? He got slapped and knocked the fuck out. That's what that bullshit will be like. Trash. It's horrible.
But I mean, in a sense, it does matter though, right? Because I mean, like Real is like dumb enough where the opposing magician could close the distance if they wanted to, like if they have like the ability. I'll say it like that. And I definitely think Nozel has that ability. So
for me, I also just give Real the edge just for the sake of I need Nozel to prove it to me at this point. With all that big talk he's been doing, I kind of am starting to lean towards Player 5's thought of like, at this point, now you got to show and prove. Your sister has shown and proved. Now I'm waiting on you to do it. So I'm going to hold you until you show me that you don't need to be held anymore. You know?
Damn. He got to come through on the Byakuya joint or sit down. Nigga, like, we 200 episodes in, so damn near, bro. You got
I feel that. Yeah, and I might have been one of the ones saying, like, don't sleep on him. He'll take but to be honest, he got to show me. Right now,
ooh, thank you.
So I'll concede to your argument.
That's all I want to hear.
So at this point, the ranking I have so far, if everybody's cool with it, is number 1, we got Yami Sakuro from the Black Bulls. Number 2, we got Fuego Leon Vermilion from Crimson Lion. 3, we have William Pongens from Golden Dawn. 4, we got Jack the Ripper of the Green Mantis. 5, we have Dorothy Unsworth of Coral Peacock. 6 is Real Boyce Mortimer from Azure Deer. 7 is Nozel Silva of the Silver Eagles. 8 is Charlotte Rosalie of Blue Rose. And what is it? 9? 9 is Purple Orca Captain.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, Kaiser or the other nigga. Like, they are both at the bottom. Is that it?
That's fair.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right,
and I'd say can beat everyone under 5.
What that leave? What, 3 more niggas?
Yeah.
Wait,
that means he's not taking
under
Jack.
5 starts with Real. So Real, Nozel, and Charlotte, and then the purple.
No, he can beat everybody under 6.
No, he definitely.
You know, it's not beating Real, sir. That was where this argument started out because you was like he'd beat most. He'd beat most of them niggas at the bottom, and I was like, nah, I know Real at the bottom, and he ain't beating Real. So
I mean, I still think he would. Shit, y'all lucky. I was about to say he could beat Dorothy too, but I'm gonna give her that.
Oh wow!
I'll give y'all that one. In my mind, I still think he could.
Oh wow! Now I mean,
how? I just don't understand how you can argue it. You know, like that
how
don't
does he
make no
escape? We'll table it. We're gonna table the next the next debate for the next podcast would be what Black Clover captains can Yudo beat? If you're watching this or listening, send us your list of captains that you think he could beat. But
That's fair.
6 out of 10, 6 out of 9.
That'll be the next one. Fuck it. On to MVPs and Goofies of the month. For me, I'm gonna have to give my MVP to Gran Torino. I don't know if I've done it in the past couple podcasts, but he deserves some respect. Goofy has to go to my boy Endeavor. Just like, I mean, bro, you know what you did. Next.
I already kind of highlighted it before, but Makima from Chainsaw Man definitely getting the MVP. Low-key boss, last villain boss of the whole series, building up for it. And Homegirl's a G. I mean, she's been finessing people without even them realizing that they've been finessed. I mean, bravo. For Goofy, I got to give it to the Nanako from Jujutsu Kaisen, who actually thought for even a moment that she can touch the straight monster Sukuna. And that was just straight Goofy. You should have known that you had no chance. You just lost a friend. I get that. You might have been a little emotional. I feel that. At the same time, your instincts should have kicked in to say, hey, I don't want this smoke. But they didn't kick in. So you were Goofy for that. Sorry.
Tried it.
I'll go then. For my Goofy of the month, I'll give it to Toriyama because he just refuses to have Vegeta ever win a fight, ever. In the most recent manga. I mean, Vegeta got a power up and everything. It's stronger than Goku again and still loses. It's just kind of bogus. But anyway. And then, I don't know if I have an MVP.
Sorry, who did you get a Goofy to again? Was it Vegeta?
No, it was Toriyama for riding Vegeta.
Oh, gotcha.
And then MVP. I don't have an MVP right now. I'll think on it.
Gramps, you going or? All right, I'll go instead of Gramps. So my MVP has got to be Koichi, the crawler, and I'm doing this only because MGG took my Goofy as Endeavor. So basically, as another way to give Endeavor Goofy by giving Koichi MVP, in the My Villains, Endeavor couldn't stop Pop Step, and these 5 Bs were about to blow up 5 heroes. My man's Koichi zoomed through, boom, 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 put them Bs down with the E's, making Endeavor really look like he the fucking vigilante, and my nigga the Koichi the motherfucking hero in this bitch. So good job, Koichi, for taking Endeavor spotlight. My nigga, if you can, as a vigilante, take the #1 hero spotlight, that nigga a bum. And then my Goofy got to go to Dr. Manhattan. I just finished the live action Watchmen, and I was just bro, I understand.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
Yeah,
that guy.
The physics standpoint, all of the time shit, but at the same time, bro, you got no willpower then, bro. Do something, nigga.
Thank you.
That's true.
Thank you. You know it's gonna happen. You know what was gonna happen. You was just nah.
That's just he basically committed suicide right there and blamed other people. I'm like, nigga, that's like saying, yeah, I know I'm gonna walk into a moving train. I'm just gonna do it anyway. What?
Yeah, that bro, he was tired. Dr. Manhattan just gotta admit it, bro. He hates his power and he got bored. He just be doing shit out of sheer boredom, I swear. He's oh yeah, I'm bored. I'm gonna just find a wife. Hey, you know what? What if I just gave her my power? Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go wild out. What a goofball. But yeah, that's my Goofy.
I co-sign that Goofy heavy, bro. I'm glad you were able to bring that up. I was able to relive that goofiness again.
Yep.
I was having some technical difficulties with this shitty ass phone.
I was about to yo Goofy for you, bro. You know I hate that nigga.
I'm gonna start off with my Goofy. I'm gonna choose Lock Rock. Because I don't know why this nigga is still here. There are other heroes doing shit, evacuating people from the city. You should be over there. Why are you trying to deal with this swole ass nigga over here? What can you do? Please tell me, what can you do? Why are you here? Who invited this man? So That's why he's my goofy, because I'm really hoping that somebody just looks at this man and he just fucking dies. Because he's clearly in the wrong area. He's basically like he's like a fucking 5-year-old over here trying to hoop with all of these damn NBA players or whatever. Nigga, you're in the wrong area. You're supposed to be over there with the fucking kids, man.
I know exactly why it's happening, bro. I'm gonna shed the light on this situation. It's because this nigga Endeavor number one. When All Might was number one, them old no name ass niggas knew what the fuck to do. Fall back, bro. When Endeavor here, they be like, bro, it's Trump's America. If Endeavor can be number one, shit, I can go out here and lock a nigga up, bro. Like that's what he's thinking.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Anyway, I could, bro.
Trashy trash.
And for my MVP, I'm gonna give it to Kozuki Oden from One Piece. Reason behind it is because this nigga, even after his death, is inspiring motherfuckers to follow on his legacy. He got motherfuckers who are building their own cult following of him. Got females changing their sex to being a man just so they can try to be him. Like, nigga, damn.
It's a valid point.
So that's why he's MVP. The nigga too swole even after death.
All right. Dope. All right, well, that's it for this episode. We will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Until next time.